pitchers and catchers tomorrow.
Baseball?
Baseball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hey.
Can't wait.
Anywho, just going to be, because, again, normally the transition would be Super Bowl to Heat and Panthers. But I don't think the Panthers are going to make the playoffs, and I'm not necessarily certain what the Heat are doing. That was a bad loss by the Miami Heat last night. They were playing a team that was actively trying to lose.
Yep.
They were playing a team, Utah, we talked about it yesterday over the weekend. They had sat their starters in the fourth quarter when they had a chance to win. Well, they did it again last night. Utah does not want to win because if their first-round pick falls out of the lottery, they lose it. It goes to OKC. So they need to finish in the bottom tier.
They only get the pick if they're the 8th selection or better. It's
Right.
top 8 protected.
And the more they win, the greater chance there is they lose their overall first-round pick.
Yep.
And so they're not playing their starters who are playing well. Like Lauri Markkanen last night, we had talked about his over-under was 20. He hit the bench with 17 points and never came back in and should have. But the Heat still lost. There was a great tweet from someone saying the Heat are so anti-tanking, they won't even allow Utah to do it.
I saw that.
So that's a bad loss. Someone had emailed Ira Winderman in the Sun Sentinel. I don't know which is more pathetic, the Heat losing the game or the Jazz trying to lose the game. And Ira said, this game will not go into any time capsule, but the sheer notion of what the Jazz have done these past 2 games is remarkable that it is allowed by the NBA. This is not competition. This is manipulation. To their credit, the Orlando Magic took the gift from the Jazz on Saturday night. In turn, the Heat fumbled it away. So when keeping an eye on the Heat and the Magic in the standings, keep in mind what each team did in a 3-day span in February against the Jazz. This is not hyperbole. The Jazz wanted to lose last night against the Heat.
Yep.
And couldn't. That's crazy.
What does the league do when you have Bam Adebayo in the post-game press conference yesterday, in his first answer, say, we couldn't get it done against a team, and he says it, let's be honest, that are trying to lose.
Well, here's the thing, though. So if the league contacts Utah goes, we won. So how could you possibly say our strategy was us trying to tank? Yeah. We won the game. And it kind of negates this argument that by sitting the starters in the fourth quarter, like there's not many legs to stand on when what you didn't result in a loss.
Yeah.
But I think, my guess, whatever the determination might be by the league, if they continue to do this, and I have no reason to believe that Utah won't continue to do this. I mean, obviously, they're just going to shut down Lauri Markkanen for the season at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Like, they're not going to do this weird thing all season long. So, the league, but they may have made the determination. Well, if the league finds us $500,000 or $1 million, that's a fair price to retain our number 1 pick in the top 8.
Easy.
Now, if the league says, you're going to lose your number 1 pick, we're going to punish you via that, well, then you start putting these guys on the injury list, shut them down for the season. It's really hard to police.
They'll never do that, though. Adam Silver is not going to penalize a team by taking away a draft pick. He's just not. This is the reality of the league now. And if I'm Utah, I go back to the NBA. I don't think the NBA will say anything, by the way, but I go back to the NBA and I say, I am playing within the parameters of the rules that you have set, which is lottery balls don't always fall to the worst teams. And the league has tried to manipulate this, and they've tried to give the absolute bottom 3 teams better odds and so on and so forth. But then you look at the Dallas Mavericks last year, who were almost a play-in tournament team, didn't get into the playoffs, and won the lottery. And they have to be the Jazz of the world have to be sitting there saying, hey, what gives here, man? Like, Adam Silver, what gives? We're not good. Our team is suffering. We're not good. And the Dallas Mavericks were in the NBA Finals 2 years ago, who made, without a doubt, the worst trade in the history of the league, get rewarded with maybe generational talent. Like, how is that fair?
But if you're Utah, you traded that pick in, good spirit. Hey, this is how business is done. If I'm OKC, I'm going, wait a second. We had a deal. You're manipulating it now. You're manipulating our deal. That's BS. We had a good faith deal with you. You get so-and-so. We get this draft pick if it falls out of the top 8. And you are taking active measures to screw us on our deal. Where's the good faith there? Like, this has a lot of tentacles to it. It's not just the league, and it's not just manipulation of the particular game that you're in, but this can literally change the dynamic of trades that are lottery protected or round protected by teams, because a team, like, I wouldn't want to do business with Utah if I found out that this is the way that they're going to handle it.
And the Heat could be looking at that game the other day in Orlando saying, hey, hold on a second. We need to jump the Magic in the standings. And the Utah Jazz are blowing a game against a team that ultimately we have to jump in the standings. How is that any fair from a competitive standpoint? Now, you should probably beat that same team if you're the Miami Heat. Maybe don't lose at home to that same team.
Correct. I mean, that bolsters your argument. But no, I mean, there's just a lot of tentacles to it, but it is obvious. It's not, this isn't a secret. This isn't something where you go, man, that smells fishy. They're resting their starters in the fourth quarter in winnable games.
Yep.
Don't lose the lead, though. The Heat are not a good team, because there is no way, even without Norman Powell and Tyler Hero and Pelle Larsson, there's no way that they should have left last night their own arena with an L. No way.
Zero reason. Hoch, let me read you the players who played in the fourth quarter for Utah yesterday. Ace Bailey, who started for them. He was the only starter who really played serious minutes. Isaiah Collier, who is not a starter for Utah, but Keontae George was out, so he started in place of him. John Konkar, Bryce Sensabaugh, who torched the Heat last year for 34.
Sensabaugh was balling.
Kyle Filipowski played all 12 minutes in the fourth quarter, along with Ace Bailey.
Got hurt at the end. Ran into his own guy.
Ran right into his own guy. I mean, that's the team you're losing to.
Yeah.
The team that on a sideline out of bounds play to try to win the game, two guys hurt each other by running into.
They actually drew up that play. We think we're in danger of winning this game. You guys run into it. That was the play. That was actually called. You guys run into each other.
Vince Williams Jr. and Cody Williams, who nobody would be able to pick out of a lineup, either of those two guys.
Brutal.
And the Heat got outscored by that team. They didn't just lose the game. They got outscored. They had a 5-point lead with under 4 minutes to go, and they blew it to Vince Williams Jr., Ace Bailey, and Kyle Filipowski.
Yeah, it was brutal. That's as brutal a loss as you will ever suffer, because you literally are playing an opponent that is saying, hey, we're going to do everything we can to lose this game. We do not want to fly home with a dub in this game. So whatever it takes, we're going to lose. And by the way, Yakuchonis had a decent look at the end to hit that three.
Yeah, but I don't like going for three there. Genuinely, I don't.
You want to play for overtime against
I
the
do.
depleted Utah Jazz?
I
I would just love to see the Utah coach put in the position of who do you start in overtime? Because do you not start your starters in overtime?
Bernie. I mean, I was beaten down yesterday. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, Hawk. I was beaten down because when I'm looking over the numbers and I'm saying, hold on a second. I know that the starters aren't going to play, but who did the Heat just lose to? Who did the Heat get outscored?
Yeah, pretty brutal.
By in the fourth quarter? I mean, come on, man. And miss me with the second night of a back-to-back stuff. Miss me with no Tyler. He's played 11 games this season. Yeah. No Norman Powell. That is huge. I don't think the Heat are a legitimate threat in the East. That's obvious. That's not debatable. They should beat that team with half their roster playing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of the worst losses that you will ever suffer because of the context around that fourth quarter and what Utah is trying to accomplish for the remainder of the season, which is not win games. They're literally trying to accomplish not winning games.
Crazy, man.
All right, let's get headlines. We have a loaded potato for you today. Crowder is traveling to Seattle. There is a possibility that he joins us. There's a possibility that he doesn't. He was in Dallas this morning when he texted us trying to get to Seattle. Wasn't he just out in he left San Francisco, flew back for a day and a half, and now is flying out to Seattle? Wouldn't it have been more direct to just stay there and fly to Seattle?
Hang out a couple more days.
Right?
Go to Seattle.
Anyway.
Maybe because they won the Super Bowl. They had to wait to see who ends up winning the Super Bowl. Now they're going to go, I would assume, just tape a bunch of guys up there.
One would think. Anyway, Josh Appel is going to join us today, and Rondé Gadsden is going to join us today, and we'll play a little Talk About It Tuesday. They're showing on SportsCenter. Did you see Sam Darnold and Kenneth Walker in the teacups at Disneyland?
Adorable.
They could not be having less fun. They look like they don't even know each other. They're not talking. It's almost like a single rider thing where they just put you in the cup with someone else. Anyway, let's get headlines here, brought to you by Durrell Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Hyundai or DurrellHyundai.com.
Hey, Sam Darnold, go get that check, but he doesn't strike me as a Disney guy.
Yeah, get that check. But the teacups, I mean, come on. Hey, we want you to go on the teacups now with Kenneth Walker. All right.
It's probably the worst ride to be on. In general, the teacups?
Well, just with another adult male. The teacups are cute when you're with your kid and you spin the teacup and whatever. If I'm at Disney World with you and Crowder, I'm not going to suggest we ride the teacups together.
What's more uncomfortable? You, me, Crowder, and Jimmy all in a teacup together, or you, me, Crowder, and Jimmy in a jacuzzi together?
A teacup. Although, Jimmy, you strike me as a guy who loves the teacups.
I prefer a small world.
Do they have that? I've never been to Disneyland.
Yeah, they do.
I've only been to Disney World.
Oh, they're in Disneyland.
Right. They're out west.
That doesn't count.
What do you mean?
They got to come to World.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're in California? You got to fly all the way to World?
No, because don't they yell out, "We're going to Disney World"? Like, that's the line. That's the famous line.
Right.
Well, the commercial, they said we're going to Disneyland.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That's lame. I've never been to Disneyland either.
Neither have I.
What's the difference between Disneyland and Disney World other than where it's located?
Disneyland is much smaller.
It's just one park, right? I think.
That I don't know. But I know it's much smaller. Yeah, I mean, they don't have Epcot Land. And
no, I think they have California Adventure, don't they?
I don't know. I've never been there. But I know it's kind of in the middle of the city. It's nowhere near as expansive as Orlando.
Of course. You got Animal Kingdom here. You got the Safari ride. And you got Epcot.
Epcot World.
Yeah. Can hit up Italy. Can hit up Spain.
Yeah.
Can hit up all the great countries.
Yeah. I don't even know why you're going to Spain this week, because you could have just gone to Epcot Center.
Don't tempt me with a good time, man. I'm down. The Heat are going to play tomorrow against the New Orleans Pelicans, if anybody cares.
I do.
The Pelicans won yesterday. Did you see Zion Williamson's numbers?
No.
So he only played 27 minutes because they were blowing out the Kings, who have lost 13 straight, a franchise record. Zion yesterday, in only 27 minutes, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He was balling yesterday.
I had Triple J last night, triple-double. That didn't pan out. Matas Buzelis. I needed a double-double out of him. He hit his point total. He hit 18. Point total was 17.5. Man, just couldn't get those boards last night, Matas.
Jaime Jaquez Jr. finished with 9 points on 1 of 7 shooting, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. So you were halfway there at every category.
So close to that triple-double. Now, I needed other things to happen, admittedly.
Right, like more points, more rebounds.
No. It was only 1/3 of the parlay,
gotcha.
which I think went over 3. So,
how do you think Duncan Robinson's feeling today? Because he is the
unscathed,
the center of a little bit of controversy, because chaos unleashed yesterday in Charlotte. The Pistons, who want to fight everybody, and the Charlotte Hornets, they're throwing down. I mean, it was an all-out brawl, and Duncan Robinson wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the meme where everything's happening, the explosion's going on behind him, and the person just looking ahead, everything's fine here. Yeah, he looked at it like he saw the big melee and then just turned around.
Business decision.
Yeah, he made a business decision. I saw Geltzeiler tweet out something like, "Hey, I know you don't want to get involved. This is how you lose your teammates. Get your skinny ass in there and do something." Not a good look. That's not a good look.
It's not the best look, but also what's he supposed to do in that situation?
Pretend you go grab someone who also is looking and you put your arms around him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pretend like you're holding someone back, but it's the person who doesn't want to be there in the first place.
I want to be nowhere near Isaiah Stewart when he's mad.
I mean, honestly. And I get Duncan, but you can't do that. You can't be on the court and do that when all your teammates are scrapping.
I respect it, man. That would have been my move. Just get the hell out of there. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is in the upper 70s. Tonight, it'll drop into the upper to low 60s. That's your weather.
All right, Josh Appel is going to join us next. For a lot of guys listening, 2026 started with a resolution about improving your health. I know it. And hopefully you're doing it, by the way. But if you're low on energy and you're tired, you don't sleep well, you don't see much progress at the gym, staying committed can be tough. Atlantic Men's Clinic can help you, though, because if you're tired and low on energy and, you're just not feeling yourself, that's often a sign of low testosterone, and it's where Atlantic Men's Clinic comes in. I've been getting a testosterone shot there once a week for over a year now. I am thrilled I am. I really, honestly, wish I had started sooner because there is a noticeable difference in energy, just a noticeable difference in how you feel overall when your testosterone is in the correct range. And now Atlantic Men's Clinic is also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and PDA, which are all designed to boost energy and support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. So with the low T treatments combined with the body composition programs, most men notice real improvements, including a renewed sex drive as well. So schedule a consultation at Atlantic Men's Clinic. Everyone there is so friendly. You go there, they do your lab work, they have your results within 30 minutes. A Florida licensed medical provider reviews your results with you and discusses your options. They have 7 locations in South Florida, so there's going to be one near you. Call them, 877-455-7300. 877-455-7300, or visit atlanticmensclinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not yet been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
Hello?
WQA.
Josh Appel is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. By the way, football off season is officially here. We've got updates if they ever have one from the Dolphins, the Canes. We keep an eye on it, and obviously we'll talk Heat and Panthers and Canes basketball. You got UNC tonight, Canes basketball and UNC tonight. That's a big one. Number 11 UNC. Marlins spring training, pitchers and catchers tomorrow. So don't miss a thing. You can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps. Download it today. Make Hoffman, Crowder, and Solana your favorite show and subscribe to it if you would be so kind. Josh Appel is a play-by-play broadcaster nationally for the NFL on Sports USA, and he serves as our fill-in host when we're not here, like this coming Monday, President's Day, when none of us will be here. Me, Crowder, Solana will be I'll be off. Crowder's off today. I'm off tomorrow, but because 2/3 are there, no Appel. But Monday, all three are gone, and you'll get Appel and Jimmy. Jimmy, did you know you're working with Appel on Monday?
I did today.
You're going to do headlines?
Jimmy's going to drive the show.
All right, Jimmy. What segments you got up your sleeve?
I'm tuning in.
I gotta think about that.
Appel, did you find the Super Bowl to be entertaining? Would that be an adjective that you would use, or no?
I would imagine there is only one group of people who found the Super Bowl entertaining, and that was anybody who roots for the Seattle Seahawks. Outside of that, it was a painful watch, but like that's been the Seahawks this year. They dominate you when they're on defense, and if Sam Darnold takes care of the ball, that's kind of how they look on offense. The Patriots did a good job in general of limiting their big plays, but they just kind of wore out New England as the game went on, and then, I mean, just the Patriots offense stood just no chance whatsoever to do anything. And, you know, people talk about Drake May and his performance and Will Campbell, the left tackle, and his performance, but like I'm looking at Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels too. Like I don't think McDaniels called a good game. There was nothing that he called that would get Drake May into any kind of rhythm. There was nothing quick. They didn't run any screens, nothing to the outside. I know that Seattle's defense is phenomenal, but it was a lot of drop back, long developing plays, and they couldn't protect. And when they did, May got happy feet and rushed things and missed open plays. Mike Vrabel, some questionable decisions, punting on 4th and 1 from around the 40 in the second half, not going for 2 when they scored their first touchdown, got that at a 12-point game instead of making it an 11-point game. I mean, for a guy who said he would cut off his bleep to win a Super Bowl, he definitely did not coach it that way.
Yeah, it was odd. I wonder, did you think, because I wonder if anybody changed their minds about Sam Darnold or Drake May after that game. Do you think Sam Darnold is an elite quarterback? And did you think Drake May was pushing elite? And now you watch that and you go, not so much. Like, did you change your mind on either one?
No, for Darnold, no. I said on Friday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, whenever I was on with you guys, he is probably fringe top 10 right now, and no doubt, obviously, a quarterback who you can win with. And the redemption story for him is awesome. Really cool story there. Drake May, on the other hand, that was one of the single worst postseasons by a quarterback in the history of the NFL. Now, they did play 3 of the best defenses in the league on their way to the Super Bowl and in the Super Bowl. But, man, if you want to be considered in that elite tier, you got to look a lot better than that against the best defenses. You're going to face the best teams when you get into the playoffs. And he got bailed out by his defense in all 3 games. And, you know, I was watching Get Up this morning, and they put up the graphic of what the Patriots' schedule is next year. I mean, this season, they had the easiest strength of schedule, I think, since, 1999? Something like that. Next year, they've got half their schedule of playoff teams, and the Vikings and the Chiefs are on that schedule as well.
So fade the Patriots next season is what you're saying. Fade the Patriots
team next year.
Yeah.
The Seahawks went 17-3, Appel. They won the Super Bowl. They blew out the team in the Super Bowl. Do you consider them like one of the best teams we've seen in a long time? Because just purely record based, and I think some of the statistics defensively, they belong in that conversation. But man, when I tell you I wasn't impressed with any team this season at all throughout the entire playoffs, I just don't know what to do with the Seahawks. Like, what do we consider them when you think about the last decade of Super Bowl winners?
I think that they've shown that they can be a team that wins any type of game in any situation. I think we saw that how they beat the Rams the last two matchups in the season, high-scoring shootouts, Sam Darnold going toe-to-toe with Matthew Stafford. He did it at the end of the regular season, and he did it again in the playoffs. And I think we could see that they can win ugly games, close games, and win games led by their defense. Their defense scored another touchdown in that game, obviously, on Sunday in the Super Bowl. You know, I don't want to say like they're one of the best, but I think that they're like knocking on the door of that conversation because of how dominant their defense was. And I don't know if you guys have seen this graphic floating around, but since 2022, their drafts, I mean, this is how you build it to this point. You hit on draft picks, and they have done that with multiple guys in each of the last few years. And they've got a quarterback in Sam Darnold who isn't on one of these hamstring contracts to your entire organization. They have a ton of cap space still to come.
But they saw that. They're like third or fourth with cap space available going into next season.
It's all young guys.
So they can extend their homegrown guys. They can add in free agency if they want. And if Sam Darnold wants a little bit of a bump, maybe they can afford to do that. I don't think he's going to get anything close to, what the top tier quarterbacks in the league are paid, but they are set up to continue being this good. And not only that, but I think they've kind of reset this idea of what you need to win a Super Bowl. The defense wins championships. I think that they've kind of proven that mantra has returned to this league, because we've gotten into this, for good reason, by the way, into this sense that if you don't have a Mahomes, if you don't have someone of that caliber, you will not win a Super Bowl. And I think they just proved the opposite of that. And I think the Broncos as well, getting to the AFC Championship game with a dominant defense that they had and a quarterback in Bo Nix who's good, but, I mean, nobody considers Bo Nix to be in the top tier of this league. The Patriots, phenomenal defense. They overcame a quarterback that was playing horrific football in the playoffs. I think that we've kind of seen a return of, hey, maybe you don't need that big money top guy under center to win championships or make deep runs in the playoffs. If you've got an elite defense, it's just as good.
Chris Perkins wrote that in the Sun Sentinel. He said his big takeaway from the Super Bowl is that, hey, Dolphins brass, you don't need a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, you can do just fine with a good quarterback. And they were just debating. I was watching the monitor and I saw ESPN, and they were debating what's next for Aaron Rodgers. Would you take a flyer on Aaron Rodgers if he's available, if he doesn't go back to Pittsburgh, and he says, yeah, I would like to do a season in Miami? And Miami is devoid of a quarterback. I mean, for all intents and purposes. Would you take a flyer on him?
I mean, if Malik Willis passed on the Dolphins, if Mac Jones wasn't available in a trade, or if they
you would choose those guys over him, though.
At this point, yeah. I mean, I saw what Aaron Rodgers looked like the back half, or really the last 2 years in general of him out there. And it's not that he was like bad per se, but he certainly wasn't good. And the Dolphins, we know going into next year, are not a team that is just a solid quarterback away from being in contention. And to me, like, that's what I would be looking for if I was Aaron Rodgers. Same way if I was a Dolphin.
But he's not. Aaron Rodgers is going to have no say. Like, there's going to be few and far between the teams that would want his services, right? And they're probably not going to be very good teams. So if he wants to play, I mean, I think that's why he ended up in Pittsburgh. There just weren't very many options. If he wants to play and the Dolphins say, yeah, you know what? We don't have to pay him very much money because he can't command a lot of money. And we're done with Tua. And maybe Quinn Ewers benefits from being under him for a season. I don't know. You wouldn't take a flight. You would take one of the available quarterbacks. Who's the other guy? He used to play at Tennessee. He's another one that's Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota. Would you take him over Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, whatever. Like
I'm saying, you said Mac Jones, like, and I feel like,
I'm doing an age thing there because I saw Mac Jones play really well in Brock Purdy's absence, and he was still a top 5 first round pick by the Patriots relatively recently. Malik Willis was a high draft pick relatively recently. And if maybe you hit on one of those guys, maybe it's more than just a 1-year thing or a 2-year thing if those guys turn out to be good players. If the Dolphins maybe had a higher – if they were in contention for like a Mendoza or if Dante Moore was coming out and they needed just a guy for 1 year, maybe I'm entertaining a Marcus Mariota or an Aaron Rodgers. But when there's really a question mark there, I'd rather see what we can do or the Dolphins can do with a Malik Willis or maybe make a move for Mac Jones if that's on the table.
Would you rather have Sam Darnold as your starting quarterback next season or the number 1 overall draft pick this year?
I think I'm taking Darnold.
Yeah, how could you not?
Yeah.
Really?
How could you not?
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I am so not convinced on.
No, but how could you not, though, is my point. I'm not telling you I'm super convinced, but how could you not?
Because I don't know. Like, I know what Sam Darnold is. He's a good quarterback, clearly good enough to win a Super Bowl. I'm not going to take that away from him. But can you compete with Sam Darnold as your starting quarterback for a decade? I don't think so. Does Fernando Mendoza have that upside? Maybe. You don't know.
Well, I know Darnold has looked really good the last couple of seasons.
I'm not trying to poo-poo his season. He won a Super Bowl. Awesome story. But I don't know. I didn't come away from that Super Bowl saying, wow, the Seahawks found their quarterback. I came away from that Super Bowl saying the Seahawks took care of business.
But I will tell you,
that's smart football.
That's what has gotten the Vikings in trouble for 2 seasons in a row now is having a decent, quarterback who can win and going, I'm not certain we got him. We'll stick with JJ.
You say, though, Solana, that he didn't tell you that in the Super Bowl, and maybe not, but he certainly played to that level the week prior in beating the MVP of the league when they beat the Rams in a game that was back and forth, where he had to make big play after big play. He led the NFL in turnovers during the regular season, and we talked about it last week when I was on, where it was kind of a tale of 2 seasons for him. But in the postseason, 0 turnovers. Everybody expected Darnold to turn back into a pumpkin, kind of like he did at the end of his tenure with the Vikings last year. That didn't happen, and he didn't do anything to hurt that team that was led by that defense. Made a couple of big throws when they needed it, and probably missed a couple that would have been even a bigger blowout if he's able to make. But I think Darnold proved a lot of people wrong in that regard of, hey, not turning into the guy that caused the Vikings to be like, you know what? We're okay moving on from you.
Appel, he's our NFL guy. He's our Panthers guy. He's our Marlins guy. Not the hugest NBA or Heat fan. And he texted me last night, wow, that's a bad loss by the Heat. He was watching the game as well. That one was startling, wasn't it?
I mean, they asked Will Hardy after the game, did you ever have any, thoughts on bringing back Markkanen and Jaren Jackson? Nope. I mean, they could not be more openly trying to lose.
Yeah, they want to lose. It really is. You have the Heat who want to win, and Utah who's actively trying to lose, and you're the home team, and you couldn't win. Yeah. It was really remarkable because I know when a Heat game generates a text from Appel to me, I know something startling has gone on.
I miss early in the season, the first 10, 15 games. They were run and gun, up and down the floor, high-paced,
Go back and watch those.
Storm and Norman. Oh.
I was just going to say, Appel and I did a couple shows together when they started 14-7, and we were talking about the Heat with Appel. He was all in. He was buying into the team.
I was literally talking with my son today about the Bulls. Remember the first 5 games? They were 5-0. They looked
they
like
had a brutal loss last night, too.
Well, they don't have anybody left on the team. They're not even fun to watch. I don't even know what's going on with that team anymore. I don't know who I'm rooting for on that team. I don't think I'm rooting for anyone on that team. Anyway, the pitchers and catchers report tomorrow for the Marlins. Anything brewing there? Can we get excited about this team at all? Or going to be I know they gave us some reasons to cheer last season. Anything we should be aware of?
I mean, roster-wise, they're basically the same team aside from a couple of additions. Christopher Morel they brought in free agency. Pete Fairbanks, that's their big marquee signing that they brought in from Tampa Bay. He'll hopefully lock down the back end of the bullpen. They're not going to have Ronnie Henriquez this year. He's out for the season with an arm injury. He was a breakout star last year. But when you're relying on guys like Jacob Marcy to continue what he did at the end of last season, Agustin Ramirez taking a big step. The pitching staff in general staying healthy. Sandy building off the final couple months of his season. Yuri Perez getting back to full strength, another offseason under his belt. There are some question marks on this team, no doubt, first base especially. But I think that Peter Bendix, after last season, has kind of earned benefit of the doubt, as has their manager, Clayton McCullough. So we'll see. I think they'll be a competitive and fun team to watch again.
You heard that pronunciation? He really comes in with the Uri Perez.
Euri Perez.
That ooh is coming like from his gut, like Uri Perez.
That's a big gut, let me tell you.
What do we know about Joe Mack?
Joe Mack, is that a genuine question? I'll give you Joe Mack.
I was reading a tweet from Barry Jackson yesterday about the Marlins and Joe Mack, and then I lost interest in my own segment, bringing up the Marlins halfway during the tweet. But I didn't know this Joe Mack guy. I'd never heard of him, and then I looked him up, and he was a minor leaguer, I think, last season.
I mean, for you, I think Joe Mack has the potential to be the Marlins
Matt
catcher.
Mervis?
I think he's better than Matt Mervis.
Wow. All right.
Yes, I know. Shocking. Could see Matt Mervis in the World Baseball Classic, I believe.
Hey, there was a 2-week period where Matt Mervis was pacing to be an all-star.
You were on top of that.
MLB all-star.
We had something with Mervis Militia.
Oh, my God. I mean, the excitement was palpable.
We held up our end. He didn't hold up his end.
I love how you guys talk about that. Like, everybody forgets Hoch loves Matt Mervis, and he never brings it up and hasn't brought it up since. It's one of the longest running bit of the last year and a half.
What are you talking about? I always talk about Matt Mervis.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm rooting for the Nationals this season. Part of the Nats organization, you know. Yeah. I don't know if we'll make the Major League squad, but wherever he ends up.
What's their minor league team?
Not the Washington Nationals.
Yeah.
Still.
Gotcha.
So you had something about Joe Mack? You had something about Joe Mack or no?
Yeah, it could be the Marlins catcher of the future. Him and Agustin Ramirez could be the two guys back there for a long time. Homegrown kid, drafted him out of high school, really risen through the minor leagues. One of the top catching prospects in baseball. It's exciting. They haven't had a catching prospect like that since JT Realmuto.
Since John Buck.
Ooh. That guy knew how to swing and miss.
One of my great Marlins giveaways. I took my son to a Marlins game, and we got a John Buck pillowcase.
What?
Do you still have that?
100%. No, I don't know where it went. I have lost my John Buck pillowcase and my Logan Morrison toothbrush holder.
Lomo, that's right. Lomo.
But you still have your Ron Washington pillow.
Oh, I do have my Ron Washington pillow.
Do you really?
Oh,
you still have those?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite Super Bowl commercial?
I like the Dunkin' commercial. The Dunkin's been really good the last. They're on a good run of Super Bowl commercials. Honestly, the Clydesdale commercial was good too. Budweiser. I know you hated the Coinbase one.
I like quirky, but I didn't understand. Was there a reason they were using a Backstreet Boys song? Was there a reason that they were using a karaoke?
Because no, I just think it caught everybody's attention.
Right. So you're following. Like, I get it. My eyes are glued because there's karaoke playing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought the payoff of just Coinbase up there at the end.
I think that was the idea. Like, what is this for? Why are we just doing karaoke? So now you're glued to it. There's a lot of videos of like young people reacting to it being Coinbase. They're singing along. They're like, oh my God, Backstreet Boys going on tour. It's going to be a Backstreet Boys commercial. And then it's Coinbase. And everybody was just wildly disappointed.
Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like that's a lazy way to waste money on a Super Bowl ad. It really is.
It worked. We're talking about it.
Well, but here's the thing, though. I always question. But I always question: does that commercial work? If you don't know what Coinbase is, it certainly didn't explain it to you. Like, I wonder if 30 seconds is a better use of your time when 135 million people are watching to say, "Hey, if you've never heard of Coinbase, this is a platform where you can trade crypto, and here are some of the crypto offerings that you can get on Coinbase." And it's very easy to do so. So instead of just watching people talk about how they're losing their asses with crypto, you can lose your ass with crypto on Coinbase. instead of that, where it just says Coinbase at the end. You don't know what it is, and you move on with your life.
You guys want my thoughts on the All-American halftime show?
No. Josh Appel, ladies and gentlemen, he will be filling in for us on Monday, President's Day. Have a great day, Josh.
I thought Kid Rock was great.
Josh Appel. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Crowder.
Hawk.
Crowder.
Hawk.
Unk.
We back at it with the steady, Hotman, Crowder, and Solana. 305, cafecito time, dame una colada. Got some interviews next, always got dope guests. Get the cesspool live, dropping comments and likes. We about to get right, talking sports, my G. Listen to Odyssey and 104.3. Live and back on GeorgiaMusic.com. Hitting it at the park like a mad murder's bomb off power. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for that 3 o'clock.
All right.
Ready for that 3 o'clock.
It is the 3 o'clock hour. Got some big Hurricanes hoops tonight, which you will hear on this radio station, number 11 UNC on the docket. That is Georgie on our all our top of the hour theme songs. JORGMUZIK, Georgie Music on social media. He does a great job with our stuff. Saw an interesting tweet from Joe Shad from the Palm Beach Post. I don't know if you saw, they came out, Sportico, with the valuation for Inter Miami.
I did see that.
And so Joe Shad put these are all according to Sportico, all the valuations for the Miami sports franchises. Dolphins, $8.25 billion. The Heat, $6.03 billion. The Panthers, $1.89 billion. How much did Vinny Viola and Doug Sifu pay for the Panthers?
A third of that.
I mean, it couldn't have been 300 or 400 million, no? I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, a third of it.
Inter Miami, $1.45 billion, and the Marlins, $1.3 billion. I mean, it's crazy. Every sports franchise, I would imagine, 99% of them are worth over $1 billion at this point. The Dolphins, and I'm sure this takes into account the land they own, whether or not they own the stadium, whether or not they own the surrounding land, and et cetera. But the Dolphins at $8.25 billion is just remarkable.
Just a quick Google search here, and I haven't done like hardcore research, but Forbes in 2013 had an article that said the Panthers sale price whispered to be around $240 million.
Yeah. That sounds about right. And that franchise now is worth almost $2 billion.
Crazy, man.
That's crazy. But that's what sustained winning will do as well. I mean, for me, that's kind of like you want a testament, and obviously the Dolphins are not the testament to that, but there's more that comes to the Dolphins. First of all, they're a heritage franchise that has an international fan base, but also they've got F1 and the tennis center. Like, there's a lot going on there. But the Panthers, I mean, you're really just talking about hockey and the arena in Sunrise, by the way, not downtown Miami. And they put together Vinny Viola and Doug Sifu and, was Bill Zito. I mean, they put together a franchise on sustained winning.
Yep.
And investing and reinvesting money in the players who they believed. And by the way, taking big swings. I mean, we talked about it for a couple of seasons after it had happened, but to trade away Jonathan Huberdeau, who was one of the few fan favorites, to trade him away and take a gigantic swing, then to trade away Spencer Knight. Like, they took gigantic swings, but they have built a franchise that they paid $240 million for into a franchise that's worth almost $2 billion.
Do you think the Panthers now regret moving to Sunrise? Look, it all worked out for them. The facility's awesome. We love going there. The egress is awesome. But I wonder, Hoch, how much more valuable the Panthers would be. It's $1.89 billion according to Sportico. What if they were still in Miami? What if they were in Fort Lauderdale? How much more valuable?
I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know what the cost would be to buy land in East Fort Lauderdale versus land in Sunrise. I'm sure all that goes up in a commensurate way. So I don't know. I mean, sure, but it's a sellout. Like, to me, like, I love having a place. If you live in downtown Miami, you love having the Heat down there.
Yeah.
If you don't, and I don't, I hate having the Heat down there. If you
Yeah.
are in Palm Beach County like me, you love having the Panthers in Sunrise. You drive out to West Broward, it's easy peasy. Take the Sawgrass, you're good to go. So I don't know. I think to me, and again, the Dolphins are not the example here because they're the most valuable franchise. But to me, you really want to increase your franchise's value. Sustained winning will do it. And that's why I think the Marlins are bottom on that list. They don't reinvest in their players. I don't think that Bruce Sherman has the money to do so. Although I would submit to you, I guess, I was going to say I'm not certain that Vinny Viola did, but he did. He was extremely wealthy from Virtu, his financial company. But they've done it. Like the franchise in South Florida that I would have said, 10 years ago would have the least value would be the Panthers. They always had the least value. They had the least following, the lowest amount of, I would say, awareness out of all of South Florida. And now, I mean, you see Panthers jerseys wherever you go.
But they were also just bad. It wasn't even like they
were terrible
for 20 years,
Yeah.
arguably the worst franchise in sports, arguably, and now they're one of the best franchises in sports. How's this going to go up in a decade from 2012 to 2025? So 15 years. All this stuff went from 200 and plus million to even like when Stephen Ross bought the Dolphins. What did he buy for, like 800 million? I don't remember the exact numbers.
I think it was $1 billion. I think it was $1 billion.
And now it's 8 times that.
I think
that
the
number.
Marlins didn't Bruce Sherman pay $1 billion? Am I wrong on that?
$1 billion?
Because wasn't Jorge Mas offering $1 billion?
I think it was less though. Didn't they take less?
I don't recall.
I remember they took less. MLB opted with the team that was less. Yeah, $1.2 billion is what they ended up paying.
Yeah.
$1.2 billion. What's it going to look like in 15 years?
Well, I mean, you do that with everything though, right? You do that with houses. You go, well, my home, it's worth $1.5 million. How's that possible? How could it be worth any more? And then 10 years from now, it's going to be worth $2.5 million. I mean, you hope. I mean, it's a bad thing if the valuation on everything goes down over the course of a decade. So you hope that everything goes
but what,
up.
Every NFL franchise is going to be worth $20 billion in 15 years,
yes.
20 years?
I mean, that would obviously, that would be the thought. I mean, the notion of a sports franchise being worth over $1 billion was folly for a long time. And then all of a sudden the Cowboys and Jerry's World, and it was worth over $1 billion. And you were like, oh my God. But now there's not a franchise, I don't think, in professional sports. I mean, I'd have to look and see like real small market franchise, like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Could they be worth over $1 billion? I mean, just the fact that they're an NFL team, I guess, would dictate that they are.
For sure.
I would say
NFL team
every NFL team has to be.
There's no way the Marlins are more valuable than any NFL franchise.
I'm curious, though. I don't know. The Winnipeg Jets, like how many loonies are they worth? I don't know. Anyway, let's do headlines here for the 3 o'clock hour. Brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com.
So, Canes hoops tonight versus UNC, 7 p.m. UNC's coming off one of the most exciting victories in college basketball. I don't know if you saw that buzzer beater
over Duke,
where they hit the buzzer beater, the fans rushed the floor, and then there was still 3/10 of a second.
Yeah, you got to make sure before you rush the court.
What's up with that, though? We're rushing the court at UNC over a victory over Duke.
Rival.
No, I get it.
Anytime you beat your rival, come on.
If you're UNC, they're ranked. Duke was ranked.
Rival.
Act like you've been there before.
I mean, I think it's the fact that they hit it at the buzzer.
That too. Yeah. If it was like an 18-point win, I don't think they rush the court when the time runs out.
Act like you've been there before. You're UNC. I mean, this isn't, VCU taking down Duke. It's UNC. Act like you've been there before. Come on.
Right. Fair enough.
Now, if the Hurricanes win today, they're rushing the court.
That's at Watsco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to pack it tonight. I bet you they will.
Yeah, classes are in session, right? Yeah. I mean, there should be a good student turnout for that.
Are we going?
I'm not. I'm looking at Hurricanes baseball right now because don't they open
this weekend?
Friday, I think.
Yeah, they're
right?
out there. There was a press conference today at Mark Light Field. I just want to shake. I want to go get a Mark Light milkshake.
Yeah, Friday, 7 p.m. Lehigh.
We going?
I'm definitely going to go to a Canes baseball game. I go at least once every season. I don't think I'm going to go this Friday. I think I'm going to go to the Marlins spring training opener, though, on the 22nd.
Who do they play? The Cardinals?
I think Washington, maybe.
Oh, you might see Matt Mervis then.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that.
Let's see. Marlins spring training schedule. Marlins Mets Saturday, February 21st.
Well, that's a Mets game.
Oh, the Marlins are on a home team
Right.
game.
I'm talking about the home opener on the 22nd.
I mean, you couldn't pay me to go to a spring training game where there's going to be a bunch of New Yorkers in town.
Well, they spring train up in Port St. Lucie. Like, that's not
gotcha.
even at Jupiter.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marlins versus the Nats.
You're right. So Matt Mervis will probably be in town.
He'll be in action.
Oh, my God. Mervis Militia. Let's go.
Make some gear. Make some Mervis Militia gear.
I'm in.
I'm down for that. February 22nd.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm going.
How
well,
far is Jupiter?
unfortunately, you're not invited, Jimmy.
Damn.
How far is Jupiter from me, Hawk?
From you in
Yeah.
Kendall?
Yeah.
You ever seen Oregon Trail?
Why don't we do, like, I'll drive to Boca. You drive the rest of the way.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay.
I can do that. It's less than an hour from Boca.
And I'll sleep at your house that night. And
No.
The Miami Heat, they lost to the Jazz yesterday, a team that is actively trying to lose.
Somebody on the chat says the Winnipeg Jets, approximately $1.33 billion, making them one of the least valuable NHL franchises, according to recent reports. Is that American dollars or Canadian, though?
What's the exchange rate on that? Loonies to dollars.
I think it's like Canadian dollars. If it's worth like 1.33 billion Canadian, I think that would be like $1 billion US. Not 100% certain.
Who can we text? Pizzola?
Maybe.
What did Jorge Mas spend to buy Inter Miami? I guess he didn't buy Inter Miami, right?
Yeah, he did.
You have to buy in $600 million.
Oh, that's actually a decent buy-in fee.
Well, it's already doubled.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't make that if I had that money and you told me that I could turn 600 million into $1.5 billion, I would do that, but that's a hefty buy-in.
That's surprising though, man. An MLS franchise is already $1.45 billion. They're the most
valuable
valuable
MLS
MLS
franchise.
team,
I think
yeah.
LA Galaxy is after them.
LAFC is
Or
second,
LAFC.
and then LA Galaxy. You bring in Lionel Messi. The Heat, they're off today. They're going to play the New Orleans Pelicans tomorrow. That'll be an 8 p.m. tip-off. That's their final game before the All-Star break. Don't forget, you're going to be well represented at the All-Star break. If you're a Heat fan, a lot to root for. Keyshawn Johnson. Are any of the futures out yet for any of this stuff? Keyshawn Johnson to win the dunk contest.
I'll take a look. I just want to let you know that 1.3 billion Canadian dollars is 981 million US dollars. Look at the Hard Rock app here, see if there's any All-Star betting.
He wants to be in Winnipeg.
No, it doesn't look like. Oh, Rising Stars. Team Mello, Team T-Mac, Team Vince, Team Austin. That's it.
What team is Khalil Ware on?
Who cares?
Will Eric Spoelstra watch Khalil Ware in the Rising Stars game?
He's going to tell T-Mac to have a short leash on Khalil Ware.
Tracy McGrady selected Khalil Ware.
Oh, look at
he'll be
that. I
on
just guessed Team T-Mac.
Team
Look at that.
T-Mac.
We once had Tracy McGrady on this show, and I asked him who was better at three-pointers, Duncan Robinson or Steph Curry.
What was his reaction?
Disdain for me.
Disconnected.
Yeah.
So, a couple other NBA notes Adam Silver chose Brandon Ingram, BI, to replace Steph Curry in the 2026 NBA All-Star game.
All right.
And Barry Jackson, he settled a lot of things regarding the Heat's, I guess, direction in the Herald. He answered several questions, 14 pressing questions.
Jim Larinaga, by the way, texting us that he helped the Moss brothers bring Messi here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told us that story.
Hey, when are you going to do something for us, Coach? Hey, you made the Moss brothers like $1 billion. We couldn't even get a free popcorn at your banner raising. I mean, come on, Coach.
Didn't see us waving at him.
Yeah. Hey, he's too busy helping out the Moss brothers.
Does that mean Coach L gets season tickets for life?
I would imagine. I mean, listen, if I'm the Moss brothers and this guy helped me bring the franchise to Miami and make me over $1 billion, listen, get those brownies in the suite area, Coach. Best brownies I've ever had were at Inter Miami.
That's going to be, I think the biggest question mark regarding their new stadium. Will they have the brownies?
Because I'm not going down there if they don't.
Every time I drive by it every day.
Yeah.
That stadium looks closer and closer to being done. They're supposed to open up the season in April.
Is it going to be like just a fantastic stadium? Like, do we know?
They've released renderings. They've released all the stuff.
Right.
But I don't know if it's the most state-of-the-art
That's
stadium.
what I'm wondering. Like, because like some of these stadiums are built, in Vegas. And I'm obviously NFL, a little bit different. Vegas, LA, or whatever. It's like all this state-of-the-art stuff. I'm wondering if Inter Miami is going to play it like the most up-to-date, futuristic stadium that MLS has.
It looks like it. They're calling it a tech hub.
Wow.
Public parks, green space, 58 acres of public parks and green space, restaurants and shops, soccer fields for the community, and a 25,000
Nobody cares about that
stadium.
Yeah, I want to know
Miami.
what kind of food are they? Who cares about parks, a walking space? What kind of food partners are they going to have there?
Kaseya Center has Skinny Louie.
Yes.
Have you
the line is insane. They just opened a Skinny Louie in Dania. It's the first one in Broward. So at Dania Point, where that movie theater is, where I go with the 4DX theater, they just opened the first Broward County Skinny Louie, and the line on the first day was 3 hours to get in.
That's crazy.
3 hours, but there's like 2 Skinny Louis at the Kaseya Center.
Yeah, there's a couple different ones. Yesterday, I'm walking third quarter, I have a break. I'm going to go downstairs to the team shop to buy some gifts. And, I'm wearing the Heat badge. Some kid comes up to me. He's like, yo, how do I get downstairs?
To the store?
And I'm like, oh, I'm going downstairs now. I'll show you. He's like, this is ridiculous. I can't find my way out of here. I'm trying to get downstairs. I'm like, all right, well, come with me. And his girlfriend's like, yeah, we've been looking for Skinny Louis.
Oh.
And I look to the right. Skinny Lou's right there, guy.
Right there.
He's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, relax, bro.
Why do you want to go downstairs?
Like, there's no Skinny Louis downstairs.
I thought you were going to tell me it was Keyshawn Johnson. He was trying to get onto the court. Couldn't figure it out.
It's Khalil Ware. He's trying to find a way downstairs to get onto the floor.
Canes Hoops, by the way, one of their tweets is bring the energy, Canes fam, for tonight. Wear orange. So it's an orange out at the Watsco Center tonight.
Nice.
Game's on ESPN, by the way.
That's a big game.
Yeah, I know. Coach L be sitting there on the wood.
Feet on the wood.
No invite for us.
If the Hurricanes win, people rush the floor. Does Coach L jump in on the action?
I rush Coach L.
You take him out?
Yeah, I go right to him.
Could probably put you on his back. Pick you up like a little kid.
He could.
Coach L's big, man.
Yeah, people don't realize how tall he is.
Yeah, it's like 6'9".
No, it's not 6'9".
Easy, 6'9". Easy.
What are you talking about?
All right, your weather in South Florida. The Heat play the Pelicans tomorrow, by the way. Your weather in South Florida right now, partly cloudy. Did you talk about Lindsey Vonn in
We did.
the Funky Buddha Happy Hour yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
Bro, her leg is torn into pieces.
Well, I mean, you want to ski in the Olympics with no ACL. You're kind of playing with fire.
Yeah,
I'm not
but-
saying, I'm just saying, like, that's not really shocking, is it?
No, it's not. But people were like clowning her for, oh, what did you think was going to happen?
Right.
She's 41 years old. She tried to gut it out. I respect
get it.
the hell out
I
of
get
her.
it. I get it. But, I was saying to Crowder, it's one thing to say, okay, if everything goes perfectly, I can make it down the mountain. But if something goes awry, which it did, you just don't have the stability in your knee to fix what's gone wrong.
Right.
And that, I think, I'm not a ski expert, but I would imagine it's one of the reasons people don't play with torn ACLs in their sport is there's very little wiggle room for mistake.
You watch any of the Olympics yet? Like, have you gotten into anything at all?
So my wife loves it. She watches a lot of it. I watched some highlights of curling on Twitter yesterday because there was a big moment for the
Team
U.S.
USA, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not. There was I will say last night, there was I don't want to sound like a creep. There was a very attractive French figure skater. I enjoyed her performance.
And send me that. By the way, my offer for a curling team is still on the table.
Okay.
You guys mull it over and let me know.
I'll do so.
Your weather in South Florida, it's in the upper 70s right now. Tonight, the lows, they're going to drop into the low to mid 60s. That's your weather.
All right. Arande Gadsden is going to join us in the next segment. Championship Meet Energy is nonstop at Gulfstream Park with live racing every Thursday through Sunday with featured stakes races on Saturdays. Gulfstream Park also offers the hottest slots and electronic table games and combines the excitement of casino gaming with the thrill of thoroughbred racing in one electrifying destination. So this weekend, Saturday is Valentine's Day. Celebrate Valentine's Day at the track with a festive brunch in 10 Palms. And they're going to have that on Saturday and Sunday, by the way. Enjoy a premium buffet with heart-shaped brunch fare, fresh seafood, an omelet station, and more. They're going to have a balloon wall backdrop, free photo booth to commemorate the Valentine's Day brunch. And brunch purchase includes a complimentary mimosa. Reservations are recommended. The Fountain of Youth Stakes is coming up Saturday, February 28th. Tickets are on sale right now. Saturday, the 28th, is also the next Taste at the Track, Bourbon and Barbecue. Secure your tickets for an unlimited tasting experience that's all about crafted bourbon cocktails with traditional barbecue bites. Enjoy a unique experience while you watch and wager on the Fountain of Youth. And the 75th running of the Curlin Florida Derby, South Florida's biggest race day of the year, will take place Saturday, March 28th, and tickets are on sale now. So get all the info, get your tickets, make reservations, see the daily race entries. It's all right there at GulfstreamPark.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I've wondered what planet Solana is from lately, and I'm finding out it's definitely not Earth.
Jimmy is sticking with playing a California song for Arande Gadsden now for over a year. And I don't know. I think it was cute when Arande the second got drafted, maybe game number 1, but so we're always going to introduce Arande Gadsden with a California themed song, Jimmy. You have determined that will be permanent?
Yeah, maybe not permanent, but maybe I'll change it up.
All right. I like when I like when Jimmy will he won't commit. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, but it's not permanent. I may change it up.
When are you planning on potentially changing that up, Jimmy?
Now that I've mentioned it, yeah,
You won't know.
Arande Gadsden is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Played receiver for the Dolphins for many years. His son Arande just finished his first season with the Chargers, and that's where the LA music comes in. We played California Love for first half of the season.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Californication a couple of times. Now we're on to Hotel California. But the funny thing is, for Arande, what's old is new again. His son, and by the distributive property, Arande Sr. has to deal with Mike McDaniel and Adam Gase again because they've been added to the Chargers staff. Hello, Arande.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
We're good. What? How about Adam Gase and Mike McDaniel being on your son's offensive staff?
Oh man, as a coordinator and consultant, I can take it, but I can't take too many interviews from both of them. It'd be hard to put together one whole sentence from both of them at one time. but as long as they call some good plays and we get just as many balls as John O. Smith got, we'll be fine.
I actually think Mike McDaniel is going to be a great offensive coordinator for them.
Fantastic.
Is your son excited about it?
Oh, yeah, he's super excited.
Yeah.
Because he works out with John O. Smith. They go to the same personal trainer guy, and he's been telling him about it, before the draft and blah blah blah. And obviously, he went to Pittsburgh now, but he's excited because he wants to, take that role more John O. Smith than Gesicki,
Yeah, honestly, I mean, John O. Smith never had a better season than the one under Mike McDaniel, and if your son can replicate that, I mean, holy mackerel, OG.
Holy mackerel,
that would be great. Super Bowl on Sunday. Did you find it? I asked several guests so far this week. Did you find it entertaining, or was it just meh?
I found it entertaining because just being a football guy, because you try to look at it as, was Seattle defense just that good, or did Josh McDaniels just fall flat, or what happened? I mean, the play selection was just terrible to me, and they terrible. So I'm trying to figure that out as the game goes on, because it was sort of like, hate to beat the dead horse, like when the Chargers played the Patriots. I mean, we were losing, but it was just 9-3 in the fourth quarter. Like, if we score a touchdown, we could be up by one. Like, if New England just would score a touchdown earlier, it would make it more exciting. It'd be like 7-9. Then you like, ooh, all right, here we go. But they just never quite until the end. So, but I just, the offensive plays were so flat for Josh McDaniels. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I've seen you, like in championship games, even when you were coming back against Atlanta, you threw some screens, some pick plays, some toss the ball to Edelman. He throw the ball down to, nothing. You gave me nothing.
Did you feel differently about Drake May after the game? Because it sounds like your big criticism is less on like a specific player on the Patriots and more so the play calling. And I don't know, I came away from that game saying like Drake May really lucked into, and the Patriots overall lucked into a Super Bowl this year. Like, I don't think they deserve to.
I mean, they're not the first team that's happened to. I get it, but they made it. They beat the people who were in front of them. Listen, like I said, I went to the game. I saw the game was 9-3. Like, if we could just score, because the defense can hold them. It's just Drake May always made that run, that always made it good. He just didn't have that chance. But, look, they blitzed him a lot. But the one blitz was always from the wide side of the field. I don't understand why they couldn't slide and just pick it up. But it happened all the time, the same time. Like, come on, listen, Drake May in his second year, Will Campbell in his first year, it caught up to him. But still, you were in the game. So from a football standpoint, you think like, hey, look, they can still pull it out, but they just never got. And that's why I'm going on Josh McDaniels because, listen, you got to do something different. Like maybe you got to use two tights. Maybe you can't have a dude split in the slot because they blitzing from that slot.
Do you think
hunker it down? Like Diggs got 2 catches. Like, come on, Cardi B at the game. Let's go. Let's get some catches for Diggs. Let's show her like we were showing Taylor Swift. Like, but with 2 catches, I can't show you with 2 catches.
You think it would have been markedly different if it was Denver in the Super Bowl instead of New England?
I mean, once again, here we go. Denver with Bo Nix.
Right. Yeah. Denver with Bo Nix, not Jared Stidham. Yeah.
I think it would have been better. They probably would have blitzed him too because it's his first year. No, it's his second year too. So, I think McDonald then went they aired on the side like this has never happened to him like this before, and they won with that concept. Like he's never been blitzed, 84% of the time. You know what I mean?
I just wonder if you think Seattle was so dominant that it wouldn't have mattered because I think Denver was a better team with Bo Nix.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Their defense is dominant.
Yes.
Was their offense dominant? Not really. Neither offense was just dominant. You know what I mean? Like if we saw the Rams in the game, would the Rams have put up, 50 points on their defense? I don't know. Styles make fights. I just don't think, nobody in the AFC at this point, had just a monster offense. If the Texans made it, they offense, ain't putting up a lot of points. Denver put up points by way of the defense not letting you score. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was one, like, offensive juggernaut for any AFC team. So Seattle probably would have looked the same, if the defense make plays and the offense doesn't, then, your offense gets the ball in a good situation. They got the fumble, they got the sack, now you got a punt. It just makes it a whole lot different. But I don't think so. I think the game would have been just, with Bo Nix, they would have scored more, but it would have still been, 17, 19, 24, 27. I don't think it would have been, some fireworks.
Hey, OG, are the Dolphins not that far away then? It sounds like we're just talking about teams that are good. They're not great. They have elite defenses, obviously. But
right.
Did you feel watching that game at any point? Because I think some of us did. Hey, the Dolphins may not be as far away as we felt like we were a couple seasons ago when it was Patrick Mahomes dominating the NFL.
You feel that way because, like I said, the offense was so good. Andy Reid had some offensive thing going on that just couldn't stop. They had so many tentacles you just couldn't stop. But now with the defenses, being so good, like you said, if Houston made it, would their offense just blow you away? Like C.J. Stroud and Nick Collins or whoever the receiver is and the running back. What running back they got? Like they wouldn't been, but their defense was so dominant that they could do it. Like do we say the Dolphins' defense is dominant? Like no. Do you say the offense is dominant? No, but we could put up some points. So I don't know. Like if the Dolphins were in the Super Bowl with this current team, could Seattle's defense stop the Dolphin offense? I would think.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think so. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know where that, how close and far away. I mean, if you're saying the way the Patriots played, yes, but when we played the Patriots, what were the scores the both times we played the Patriots? Was, I don't know. I can't make that comparison as that the Dolphins would be close, but I just think, you get a team, you get a defense. Offenses get a little revved up when the defense, stops, another team. I think that's half of it. Like, we know when I played, like, we knew we'd only had to get 9 to 12 points
Right.
to probably win the game. You know what I'm saying? The defense was so dominant. So we got a few, like when Ricky came and he had the ability to break one long for 60. Oh man, now we're going to get 24 points.
Wanstead didn't know what to do with all those points.
Didn't even know what to do.
How'd you end up watching the game on Sunday? Did you watch at home?
No, I went to Higgy's.
Oh, you did?
Mark Higgs has a big Super Bowl party at the Gulfstream.
So what'd they have?
Maybe
What was some of the food?
350 people. No food. I mean, a menu. It was a menu. It wasn't,
Right.
A bunch of, you can go pick up. He just gouged everybody for tables and seats. I mean, that was. But it was a good time. It's always a good time. There's a lot of people. It's people all people trying to get me to get them discounts on Windows. It was a big deal,
That's right. You're the window and door guy now. Like, you see a Rondé
crazy.
coming. It's like, hey, man, I need
know.
some windows.
Listen. I want to tell you this. I didn't have a chance to tell you this. I know y'all were, kind of upset at the outcome, but when we went and watched the Indiana game, and I was, I'm the only one in the bar with Indiana on because, I'm just gonna go left when everybody go right anyway. So I got a Kirk Signetti shirt on, like one of those faces he made when the shirt, and everybody in there just UM people, UM down, UM. With some guys that had they would sell street pharmaceuticals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them were there. And they got UM shoes, socks, had big gold chains, had
decked out.
Decked out, like table after table. It's the only one in there, and I'm screaming, I'm like, yo, these people won all the games. Y'all not gonna win. They were like, you blah blah blah. So we get to the middle of the game, right? And when the quarterback name Fernando scores the touchdown when he dies, and boom, I'm like, it's over, boom, boom, boom. And one of the guys finally stood up and say, man, we don't care about you. We ain't gonna buy no windows or doors from you anyway. God, bro, it was so mad.
Rondé has become the windows and doors guy. I love that. It's a great plot twist.
I know,
no one expected this coming.
No one, I know. I was like, damn, man, I'm gonna have to walk you out of here, man. Like,
so you went to a UM themed party wearing a Signetti shirt?
Absolutely,
man.
Absolutely.
You are a troll. This Rondé loves to troll.
Absolutely. But they won all the games. I didn't feel terrible about the trolling in that part. I felt pretty certain that the 23, 24-year-olds would come out on top.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Did.
So
yeah, they did.
But your 7th-year quarterback shouldn't throw that pass in the double coverage. But
did you have a favorite Super Bowl commercial, or because you were in a big old party, it was tough to concentrate?
They played some of the commercials. They played music the other half of the commercial. But I did enjoy the Bad Bunny halftime. I did enjoy it. You know what I mean? Didn't understand a word, but I didn't stop bobbing my head. He had me on a musical journey from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, man.
I mean? So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Like I sat there one time and I told DP, I was like, yo, you can be mad if you want, but Jay-Z had been hitting on these artists like.
Well, it was So I liked the theatrics of it. I don't know if I loved Kendrick Lamar last year. Like, I thought he was good, and I loved the one line, that the entire crowd sang together. via a message to Drake. But I
Right.
didn't know if that. Well, I don't know if Jay-Z hit on that one. Right? Do you think maybe the Super Bowl was too big for Kendrick Lamar?
I don't think so. I mean, with all the messages and what he was trying to say, I think if you were, obviously he's not. I mean, nobody really changed. The only person really did a whole thing was Usher. Changed and did a thing.
Right.
But I think I liked it with the Serena and the Scissor singing, and I mean, I don't think it was bad. I think the people.
Oh, I didn't say it was
who
bad.
watched it
I just didn't know if he was Bad Bunny's the biggest music star in the world.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. I think he picked Kendrick Lamar because he was hot and Drake had the beef at that time.
Because I think
big song. He had a big song
at that moment, though.
Leading up.
Wasn't it the season before? It was Dre, Eminem.
It was I think that was in 2022 when it was in LA.
It was 50 Cent hanging upside down like a bat, wasn't it?
right, like it's old school, like the video.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah, he gained some weight.
Haven't we all?
All right. Aronde Gadsden, the windows and doors guy. He joins us every week. We'll see you, OG.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right. We got to take a break. 4:00 hour is next. Do not go anywhere.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
Jimmy, you know how to make a hot tea?
No, I do not.
You know the ingredients of tea.
Water.
PM and we back on the clock, so don't get cutesy. Dog lead the station unlocked. We got the sports talk and the drama to make sure the T-clock. WQAM is the Avengers with no weak spot. For Joe Rose, Woody Bo, Omar and more, Tobin and Leroy giving goosies galore. Yeah, for 2 to 6 is reserved for 3 legends. The captains of America, not no Chris Evans. From Spritz to McRibs and calling out game scores. Hotman, Crowder, Solana, get ready for some more.
All right. You really want some more? I'll give you 2 more hours if you really want it. It's up to you. 2 more hours. 2 more hours. Stock Market Report is sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Mixed day on Wall Street. Dow Jones up 52 points, which in today's day and age, by the way, is absolutely nothing because the Dow is over 50,000. So the point totals that you used to rely on don't really matter so much. That's 0.1% increase. NASDAQ down 136 points. That's about 0.5% down. And the S&P 500 down 23 points. 15 minutes of heat on WQAM is sponsored by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. So Ira Winderman gets an email, and we talked about the Heat. He got an email in the Ask Ira column in the Sun Sentinel. Would you rather lose while trying to win or win while trying to lose? It's a great question.
It is.
Happens to be a great question, and one that normally doesn't go around professional sports too often, because even when teams are tanking, it's usually not as visible as what Utah is doing. Usually there can be this plausible deniability. Oh, we shut down so-and-so because he tweaked a hamstring or whatever. There is no plausible deniability here. Utah is just not playing their good players at the end of the game. I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. So Ira writes, what an odd, weird, bizarro night it was Monday night at the Kaseya Center. Utah Jazz. Was there any energy, by the way, in that place? Like, was it a sellout?
Yeah. I mean, the Heat have like this
sellout streak. I know, but I'm just saying. I'm talking about actual
No.
butts in the seats.
Yeah, I mean the 300s were full. There were people in the 400 level, so the stadium was full, especially for a Monday night against.
That's
Utah.
what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking if there was any energy or not.
Energy, no. I mean, when the Heat in the fourth quarter kind of mounted their comeback, they took the lead. People were hyped up, but there was a lack of energy with under a minute to go when they take the lead and everybody's like, this is really going to happen?
Like, this can't be happening.
Seriously, this is going to happen?
So Ira writes, what an odd, weird, bizarro night it was at the Kaseya Center. The Utah Jazz simply cannot afford to win too many more games, or their first-round pick could wind up going where so many quality NBA first-round picks have gone in recent years, to the Oklahoma City Thunder. On the other side is the reality that this Heat team simply does not have the depth to win, while Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, and Pelle Larsson are sidelined, and when Khalil Ware is in foul trouble. So the quest for defeat against an unwinnable force, yes, this is what the NBA has come down to. How low can you go? The Heat on Monday showed just how low, making this worse than losses to the Pacers and the Kings, because on those nights, Sacramento and Indiana were trying. This was not a night Eric Spoelstra could say his team had enough. It clearly did not. And I know Spo has been saying, hey, we've got enough and we're going to find a way. I did see, I think, Norman Powell, obviously Tyler Hero, but Norman Powell's out tomorrow night.
Out. Pelle Larsson out tomorrow as well. And yeah, Tyler Hero out.
So is what it is. I don't, I said at the beginning of the show, this is kind of the time where in sports down here, when the Super Bowl is over, we shift a little bit towards Heat and Panthers. And the Heat and Panthers have delivered us such great seasons. And when I say the Heat have delivered great seasons, it's been exciting. Even the drama with Jimmy Butler, like there was stuff to talk about. It is boring. The Panthers and the Heat. It's boring right now because the Panthers, they're trying their hardest. They're just injured. And Bobrovsky's play has not been great this season. But the Panthers, like we had talked about, they have built up such a callous, and I say that in a positive way for us, that this season wouldn't chip away at anything. The Panthers can do no wrong for several years in South Florida. The Heat, people were already, like, if you don't want Heat Nation that was already a little bit upset at the trade deadline because you made Nant move, you were the only team in the East that didn't make a single move. If you don't want Heat Nation to get further upset after you get past the trade deadline without making a move, don't lose to Utah when they're trying to lose on your home court. Like, that's not going to make Heat Nation go, okay, we stand with your no moves because it's all going to come together in the second half of the season. Because last night was embarrassing.
I think the frustration, though, is that there doesn't appear to be a plan.
I mean, the plan is to try to maximize what you have, which Eric Spoelstra has always been able to do. And sometimes maximizing what you have means the play-in tournament. But then you get past that, which they do, and you get into the playoffs. Like, that's what they're doing, though. This is not a top 4 team in the East. This is not a shoe-in playoff team.
Nope.
And it feels like a play-in team that goes out the way that they went out last season in round 1 of the playoffs.
That might be the ceiling.
Yeah.
If everybody's healthy, because there's just.
But if you do, you know what? If Bam, Tyler, and Norman Powell are playing on the court together at the same time.
Yeah, here's where I struggle with that. That was fine. We were doing that at the end of November, midway through December. The Heat go on a 5-game losing streak. They were 14-7. They go on a 5-game losing streak midway through December, and we shift our focus to, well, Tyler, when he comes back. You know, when Tyler comes back, you're going to get the jolt of offense again. Nobody wants to hear that anymore.
No, understood.
He's played 11 games, and nobody wants to hear, well, when everybody's healthy, because nobody buys it anymore. We saw what it looked like when they were healthy last year, and it was the most lopsided first-round playoff exit series in the history of the league. So I get it, man. I was gutted yesterday, Hoch. Like, when I read you the name of the guys earlier, I was gutted because I don't know how you get out of this. And I thought that's why there had to have been, at the very least, the consideration to adjust the Heat's plan at the deadline, because it became pretty clear the assets you have just currently aren't good enough to go get you the whale that you wanted. So, I mean, whatever. We talked about that a million times after the deadline passed. And here you are, you're incapable of winning back-to-back games. And you're playing 3 teams that have a combined 30 wins on the season in a row. And now you're hoping to beat the Pelicans on Wednesday to go 2-1 against those teams and lose to a team that was flat out trying to lose the game. You can't win back-to-back games. How do you get out of the play-in tournament if you can't win back-to-back games? They haven't shown the ability to do so. It's frustrating, man. It really is. Because I can't remember a time where I said, what's the plan? And
showing,
there's
by the
no
way,
plan.
Seahawks notable free agents. Jake Bobo is one of them. Hey, how about one catch, Jake? One catch, Jake Bobo. How about you look at him once, Darnold?
They won the game without Bobo. That's on you for betting a guy named Bobo.
I couldn't even believe I bet him. I bet him the moment Pizzola was on with us. I didn't even let Pizzola get off the air before I had bet Jake Bobo.
The guy who puts money on Jake Bobo is a Bobo.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com.
Hawk, I keep seeing, we talked about this off the air, I keep seeing conflicting reports about how we're going to watch the Marlins. And
I can't figure it out.
I'm very confused. I was trying to read in the Herald exactly what it is you need to do. You were explaining to me off the air, if you have Xfinity or
If you have
DirecTV.
Xfinity, you're good to go. I believe, because they're going to put it on open channels. I mean, you'll probably have to buy some sort of sports package. But if you have, because you and I both have DirecTV Stream.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, I thought you do.
No, I have YouTube TV.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah. Oh, you're in trouble.
I'm
Yeah.
cooked.
Oh, you're cooked. You can't listen to Jimmy for your streaming advice.
I mean, this Jimmy sold me a bill of goods on YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't say you had to do it.
Well, I mean, you kind of put your name on the line.
And you talked about this YouTube TV, Jimmy, for 3 years. And I changed to YouTube TV. I get rid of everything else. I get YouTube TV. Guess what? I couldn't watch anything anymore. I can't watch the Panthers. I couldn't watch the Marlins. I couldn't watch the Heat. Couldn't watch anything.
If you don't like it, man, just change it.
Great point. It's a great point.
But then I have to cancel. I have to
Yeah.
download another app.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
He's got to use up
Jimmy.
all his megabytes downloading the app.
All the MBs.
Yeah.
It's too much, man.
And bips.
How's
Yeah,
it?
I don't know about the Marlins. You'll be able to find them if you want to. Just have faith.
All right. Just pray.
Yeah.
The Ravens have made it official.
I saw a funny video on Twitter, because you could just put on YouTube, like not YouTube TV, like go to YouTube, put on an old Marlins game. You get the same effect. You know what I mean? Like, because you just want it on in the background. But I saw a video. A guy invited some friends over to watch the Super Bowl and put in a tape of the last Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl to see if anybody said anything, because it's got Tom Brady playing quarterback,
Russell Wilson,
like,
yeah.
and nobody said anything. They're just all sitting there watching the game. Because, people are like very casual fans at a Super Bowl party. So they just have the Seahawks and the Patriots playing. And yeah, it's the old one.
That's epic, man.
That's funny.
I found this account on Instagram. This dude, he's got those Ray-Ban Meta glasses. So you just put on the Ray-Bans. You can tape whatever's in front of you. He hired to his apartment. It's like a 1-bedroom apartment. He hired a magician, but he's the only person in the apartment.
Get out of here. I would head for Z Hill. If I'm a magician, I don't care, because I got to figure you're not getting a ton of business as a, neighborhood magician. So you want that $100, $150, but man, so some guy invites me over for a private performance.
So he hired him, and the magician comes in, and when the magician starts to realize, like the guy invites him in, sits down, the magician starts to realize, oh, it's just you. He's like, yeah, I hired you. I want to see some magic. So now the magician's doing his tricks and whatever, he pulls the rabbit out of the hat and he's like, ta-da. And the guy's like, oh, that's good. What else you got? And he's like, all right.
That is funny.
Fast forward to the end of the video. They're just sitting on the couch watching Family Guy together for the last 20 minutes.
That's really funny.
So now this is his thing. He hired an Austin Powers imitator. So the guy shows up. He's Austin Powers. He's doing the whole, yeah, baby. And 30 minutes, the guy's just doing Austin Powers impersonations
unbelievable.
To only one dude in the living room.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny content. Speaking of content, I just saw on Twitter. Do you know what 15 years ago today was? Do you know what was released 15 years ago today?
Let's see. Is it on our...
It is not. On your week show sheet? No.
Tom and Jerry in 1940. And Billy Madison released a great movie. Billy Madison.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
You took issue with my Max Christie
On
birthday.
the celebrity birthdays.
Max
huh?
Christie.
Yeah. Josh Rosen, former Dolphins QB, 28 today.
What an era.
Paul Millsap, Heat killer. 41 years old. I remember a Paul Millsap game that
against the big three Heat.
Yes, literally bang my head against a wall.
He had hit like 5 threes his entire career. He hit 19 threes in the fourth quarter against the Heat.
Paul Millsap. Zaza Pachulia is 42. Don Omar, 48.
Mm-hmm. Don Omar.
Don Omar.
Don Omar.
But guess what was released 15 years ago today?
15 years ago was what? We're in 2026, so 2011.
Yeah. And 15 years ago today was a Friday, by the way.
Rebecca Black's
Friday
song.
You are correct.
Wow.
Yeah. Anybody follow Rebecca Black nowadays?
You've pointed
No.
me in that direction.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
She, first of all, puts out bangers. Like, she's legit good.
But when you say bangers,
She
she's
is
making music.
Yeah. No, but legit good. She's got millions of followers. She's beautiful. And she turned what would have wrecked, I think, 99% of people into a lifelong career.
But again, when you say bangers,
She
what your bar for bangers?
No.
is
She
very
puts
low.
out very good music. Do you know any of her music?
None. That's why
She-
I'm saying she doesn't have any bangers.
She puts out bangers. She really does. She really does.
So you're jumping in the car, driving to the Citadel from Boca, and you're putting on a Rebecca Black album.
No, but that doesn't mean she doesn't put out bangers. I'm telling you, you are completely off
Okay.
if you're not aware of this. I think she's a DJ too. Isn't she a DJ? Doesn't she DJ a club? Like festivals. Play Friday today. Jimmy, do we have that song in the system?
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's the anniversary.
It's Tuesday. Play it on Friday.
But the anniversary is today.
All right, I got you.
All right.
I bet you we have that. Joe Rose played that every
do have
Friday as the last song for his show. I don't know if
Really?
they still do it. They did that for like a decade.
Yeah, play that coming into the next segment, Jimmy.
Copy that.
The Ravens made it official. Anthony Weaver will be their defensive coordinator, Hawk.
All right. And you saw Kubiak is going to the Raiders, right?
Yeah. He announced that right after the Super Bowl.
Kind
He's
of.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
he was
going.
asked. Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
New head coach, first overall selection, Fernando Mendoza.
We think.
Oh, it's gonna be Mendoza. You think there's a chance they don't select Fernando
I
Mendoza?
don't know. Do you think he's a slam dunk first round overall franchise changing quarterback?
I don't know, but he's the Heisman. He went undefeated his senior season.
Yeah.
Flanagan's just posted a video of their croqueta poppers. Did anybody try those?
No, Jimmy was there the other night and he didn't try them.
Oh, that's right. The momentum kind of fell off a little bit. Is it all February? I'll try to get those before I go on vacation.
I don't know.
Canes hoops tonight. They're going to play UNC. You can hear the game here on 104.3 WQAM and on 560
It's a big one.
WQAM. It's an orange out at the Watsco Center.
Games on ESPN as well.
We missed National Pizza Day yesterday. Did you
I
notice
know.
that?
I mentioned that Crowder and I were talking about
He
it
did.
later
Yeah.
in the show. Yeah.
Did you have a za last night?
No. And a veggie bowl with salmon.
Oh, man.
Tough to get old.
What happened to us, man?
Well, I'm old. Like I can't eat.
National Pizza Day.
I know.
We
I
forgot
can't-
about it.
Can't do it.
Didn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Nobody had pizza.
Well, I had said you were already on your way to the Kaseya Center, but I had said to Crowder, like, we would have done 4 hours
on
on Pizza Day, but it just happened to be the day after the Super Bowl this year.
You revealed to me you haven't had Domino's pizza maybe ever?
No, not ever. But back in the heyday, like when Domino's, maybe like 70s, early 80s, I have not had Domino's pizza since, I would say, 1986.
That's crazy, man.
Domino's pizza used to be like legit good. It looked like a pizza that you wanted.
Oh, it still does, though.
No,
That's why I'm confused.
No, it's
it
not that
looks,
good.
Yeah, it looks cutesy now.
Cutesy.
Yeah, like
it's a pizza.
They try to make it like an artisan looking pizza now. And
Pizza
before-
Hut is better than Domino's.
Well, I don't know about that, but I don't. The only fast food, I call it fast food, but the only like chain pizza I think I like is Papa John's, and
You like Papa John's?
I would go Cece's as well.
Cece's Pizza
Not
over.
not to order in, but if you want to go somewhere for like $5,
Yeah,
and
I love the buffet.
stuff your face on just swill, I'm down with that.
Was it Pizza Hut that had the buffet,
Mm-hmm.
the all you can eat buffet?
Back in the 80s and
Damn.
90s.
Marco's
Yeah.
Pizza is good too.
I've never had Marco's.
It's really good.
Jets makes a decent pizza. It's
Never
a
had it.
Detroit style pizza, but that's a chain.
I can't believe you haven't I don't understand what you mean. It looks like a cutesy pizza.
Because
it's just
they
a normal
tried.
pizza.
No, Jack. No, look at a pizza. Look at a Domino's pizza from.
Yeah.
Let me Google image search a Domino's pizza from 1988.
All they did was change their crust, and it's like more of a garlicky, buttery crust.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a fast food crust. 1989. Let's see.
I am taken aback that you haven't had Domino's.
I have not. I that's not a bit. I have not had a Domino's pizza, let's say since 1990. So that would be 35, 36 years for
Crazy,
sure.
man.
Maybe longer.
Domino's was my go-to growing up. And you're not like picky with your pizza.
No. But if I was going to get a chain pizza, usually I get a neighborhood pizza. Like there's a place in East Boca that just opened called Patsy's, and it's fantastic. But if I was going to get a chain pizza, it would be Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Yeah, Domino's. I don't know what happened to them.
Let me see. Like, what do you Domino's pizza?
Yeah.
You can get the.
You know what? Ever since they got rid of the Noid, because I was all down for avoiding the Noid.
Right. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like mad at you over
Somebody
this. I don't
texts
know
in
why.
Papa John's when it's 50% off. Thought it was automatic for today. Damn Heat couldn't beat the Jazz.
They should the Heat should cover the expenses for losing yesterday.
Right. Like they got to call Papa John's and go, hey, this one's on us.
Yeah.
Like
We'll pay the difference.
100% off.
Barry Jackson had this. I was telling you earlier, and we kind of got diverted in another direction, but he had answered a couple questions about the Heat and their philosophy, not tanking, whatever. But this really stood out to me. He said that according to a source, the Heat was not offered a first-round pick for any of its top veteran wing players, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, or Tyler Hero.
I always thought it was a little bit folly to believe Andrew Wiggins was going to bring you a first-round pick in return. And that seemed to be a given. Everyone's like, oh, they'll have 2 first-round picks that they could send to Milwaukee, and then they'll trade Wiggins. They'll get a 3rd first-round pick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, who's giving up a first-round pick for Andrew Wiggins?
He did note that the Heat were finding a way to acquire a 3rd first-round pick if Milwaukee would have been happy with going through with the trade. But it was pretty clear. The Bucks believe that, according to Barry Jackson's article, and it's what we knew, the Bucks believe that they're going to be able to convince Giannis to stay in the offseason.
Yeah.
So, all right, Hawk, your weather in South Florida, it is in the mid-70s, 75 degrees right
Little
now.
Caesars. I don't mind when my son was around, not up at college. Sometimes he and his friends would want a Little Caesars.
But you have a 1.5 hour, 90-minute window to knock down Little Caesars. After that 90-minute window, that thing is cardboard.
Well, I loved the app because you would go on the app and you'd punch in, they want 2 pizzas or whatever. Punch it in on the app.
What were you doing?
Punch it in on the app. And then you get to Little Caesars and it gives you a QR code. And you don't have to talk that you've already paid for it on the app.
They've got the warmer.
They've got these stacks.
Pizza portal.
Pizza portal. He knows everything about fast food.
Crazy,
like
man.
anything fast food. And you just hold up the QR code and then your little door opens and it's there. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to pay anybody. Fantastic.
But what, like the pizza transaction bothers you? Hey, I'd
Yeah.
like 2 medium.
I don't like talking to anybody at these restaurants. Nobody gets anything right. Yeah.
But I don't understand it. Hey, I want a pizza, large pizza, pepperoni. Okay, sir, $15.88.
Right. I'm with you. If that was the transaction, there's no problem. 3 minutes later, how's my pizza coming? You're what? Didn't you and I have a conversation where I ordered a pizza? I don't recall. That's the state of the American worker.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, at 1921. I go, well, wait a second. It was 1588 and I paid you. I don't have any recollection of that. This one, it's easy. I got a QR code, door opens. I don't have to talk to anybody. In, out.
do yourself a favor. Order Domino's.
No.
5-topping, medium-style pizza.
Nope.
And then do the thin crust from
No.
Domino's. You're going to thank me. Trust me.
Mm-mm.
Their garlic crust it's top tier.
No.
Top tier,
No,
brother.
do neighborhood pizzerias. You don't have to.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
No,
but
I don't think you are.
Don't make me feel like a jackass because I like the chains.
Oh, yeah, you're the man.
Don't make me feel like a jackass because I like a chain every now and then. I support all chains equally. I'm not telling you
I just can't
Domino's the
imagine
best one.
sitting at home and going, you know what, I want to get a pizza. And again, we don't eat pizza very often because we try to eat fairly healthy during the week. So if we're going to get pizza, it's going to be a treat. And I can't imagine saying to myself, oh, I want it to be Domino's.
Oh, what, are you ordering out Mr. 01 to your house in Boca?
Yeah, so I wouldn't bring in Mr. 01. I would go to Mr. 01.
So good.
But if I'm bringing pizza in, usually a neighborhood Zaria or
A Zaria?
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
Di Piazza.
I'm sorry?
Di Piazza, Italian restaurant in Hialeah. It's been open since the early 70s.
You look like someone's feeding you that information. Do you know that, or are you just
I
regurgitating that from somewhere?
Both.
Uh.
I knew that.
Now we know.
You sure it's Di Piazza?
Di Piazza. There you go.
Yeah. You've been there?
Yes, I've been there.
All right.
It's really good.
Now we know Jimmy's neighborhood pizzeria.
Is that your neighborhood pizzeria?
Not really.
A weird thing to just
Well,
throw out there.
I live close to Hialeah. I don't
I
live
got
that
you.
far from
I got you.
Hialeah.
I got you.
Of course, nothing tops
Kendall, Chicago style.
Manhattan,
Yeah.
Chicago style pizzeria in Kendall.
Uh-huh.
Your weather, 70 degrees, tonight it'll be in the 60s. That is your weather.
Nothing was better than D Pizza when I went to UM in Coral Gables. You would order D Pizza. It was one of the few places that delivered beer. And then they would get to the front desk at Pearson, the dorm that I lived in, and then they would, call you. There was no cell phone, so they would call the room would ring, and they would go, hello, D Pizza. And then you came down to the lobby and got your pizza. Hello, D Pizza. That's the soundtrack of my college. Hello, D Pizza.
You ever hit a Big Cheese when you went
Yeah,
to UM? Was that
yeah,
open
yeah.
back in the
Big
80s?
Cheese. Big O love Big Cheese.
Oh, yeah. I went to the Big Cheese with Big O, but I used
Yeah.
to go there. That's what I want to do. Hoch, that's what I want to do as a show. I want
Pizza
to do
tour. No one has ever done this in
Pizza
radio or
tour.
social media.
Pizza tour.
Pizza tasting.
Boom. Yeah, we're doing it.
I'm down.
Groundbreaking radio. I want to go to the Big Cheese. We're going to get some pizza at the Big Cheese.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go watch a game at Marklight
Yeah.
and get some shakes.
All right.
You're in?
The pizza, if you're going to the Watsco Center tonight for the UM-UNC game, the pizza is garbage.
And tiny.
Tiny. Yeah, the pizza itself wasn't. The pizza was terrible. Tiny pizza. Do something else other than the pizza if you're going to the UM game.
You know what though? You've been crushing the pizza at the Watsco Center for
Yeah,
a while.
yeah.
I got to tell you, Hoch, this is on you. You don't go pizza at a stadium.
I love
You-
stadium pizza.
You just don't.
I mean, you're telling me Miami's best pizza with the dipping sauce at Marlins Park
All right,
wasn't
but that was a different ball
bleeping
game, bro.
best?
That was good.
That wasn't the bleeping best
That was
pizza
really
you've
good.
ever had in your life.
That was a different ball game, man. That was a totally different
Stadium
ball game.
pizza can slap.
Stadium pizza is always going to be underwhelming. It's always been cooked 8 hours before. They have it
Disagree.
on the little warmers. They give it to you in a box that's 10 times bigger than the actual pizza is going to be. You go chicken tenders and fries at a stadium.
Man, do you breathe loud when you open your mouth?
No, no, I'm just saying that he's absolutely.
Like, yeah.
No, I'm just saying he's actually correct.
Are you
They
doing
do.
the show from a scuba boat? Is there a doctor back there with a stethoscope? I'm just teasing, Jimmy. What are you saying?
They do make the pizzas like hours before the game.
Yeah, but sometimes they're really good. They used to have Papa John's
Yes.
at Marlins Park as well. That Miami's best though with the dipping sauce. Come
Yeah,
on.
that was fire.
So good.
Yeah.
The pizza stoners at the Panthers game.
Yeah.
The regular Panthers pizza, no good, no good.
Mhm.
But the stoners pizza, if you can find that, that's good. All right. We're going to have time for talk about a Tuesday in the next segment?
Yeah, I think we do.
Maybe a little quickie.
Yeah.
Cheetah Pompano, that's a great spot to watch a game or a fight. They got VIP areas, 4 stages of entertainment, and the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. And Cheetah Pompano has that amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day. Happy hour specials till 6. So Saturday is Valentine's Day. And Cheetah always does it right for Valentine's Day. Cheetah Pompano has $100 Moet bottle specials for couples all night long. Cheetah Palm Beach will be doing free lunch on Valentine's Day, 11:30 till 3. They'll be doing free breakfast from 2 a.m. till 4 a.m. And on Valentine's Day, free pink VIP cards to all the ladies and a free bottle of champagne for all couples. So that's Cheetah Palm Beach. Valentine's Day at Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach cannot be beat. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Tighten your ass up, whale.
WQAM.
This was unfairly maligned. It's actually a banger. Where did 15 years go?
Take me back. This was peak, man.
Oh, lyrically, pretty smart.
We're only like a decade away from Rebecca Black as the Super Bowl halftime show? According to you, I mean, she's putting out banger after banger.
She is.
Yeah.
Party and party. We should give that to DBJ.
There's no way you haven't given Rebecca Black to DBJ.
Yeah,
before.
it seems impossible, right?
For
All right, let's do a quick round of Talk About It Tuesday. We went long in the last segment talking about pizza, and I could really do that all the way up until 6 o'clock, to be honest. But quick round of Talk About It Tuesday. Do you have a big open for that, Solana?
Yes, sir.
All right.
On Tuesdays, Hoch and Crowder talk about it.
Pick 3 restaurants to eat at for the rest of your life.
Talk about it.
How often are you changing your toothbrush?
Talk about it.
Pecan or pecan?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right, what do you got, Solana?
Oh, I thought Jimmy was doing the topics today.
Jimmy, what do you got?
I got nothing.
All right.
Hoch,
D Piazza. Kendall.
Not so much fun when you're on the other end of it, huh, Jimbo?
Nope.
Hoch, I'm going to hit you with probably the sportsiest question and the easiest sports question that I could lean on to.
Fantastic.
2 days after the Super Bowl, but I believe we have arrived at a time where this question needs to be answered.
Okay.
Who is the face of Miami sports right now?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Who is the face of Miami sports? February 10th, 2026.
I know sportsy. I know it's hacky radio.
No,
but
it happens to be a good question because it can't be Tua anymore. I think for a while it was Tua. I don't think it can be Devon Achane because A, no one would recognize him, and B, they've had no success. You can make an argument for Bam. I'm not kidding you. You can make an argument for Bam because he has been here his entire career. He's an all-star. He's the most recognizable member of the Heat.
He's the captain. He's definitely the face of the Heat organization, even though I'd argue Eric Spoelstra
Has to
really
be a
is.
Has to be a player, though. I was just about to say, right?
Well, I don't know. Like Mario Cristobal, could he right now be the face of Miami sports?
I would probably say Matthew Tkachuk.
Really?
Yeah. You can't have Barkey right now. He hasn't played this season. Although Tkachuk has played sporadically.
He's played 8 games.
I think it's Matthew Tkachuk.
That's crazy, though, isn't it?
Or the new catcher from the Marlins.
Joe Buck?
Yeah. Joe Buck. You're confusing him with John Buck, first
John
of all,
Buck.
but it's not Joe Buck. He's the broadcaster. What's the guy's name?
Well, who would you rather have? That's another good question. Who would you rather have starting as the Marlins catcher, John Buck or Joe Buck? Because I'm choosing Joe Buck.
Oh, you know what? Dr. Lascano from Laser Eye Center. Leo Messi.
Well, I was going to pitch you Leo Messi, who just won an MVP award, who just won a title. But I know that not too many people are rallying around the MLS yet here in Miami.
Yeah, but I think Dr. Lascano is right. They just won the championship. He's the most recognizable soccer player in the world. Yeah, I think it's Leo Messi.
I think it's Leo Messi. I don't even think it's close. But I think, a lot of Dolphins fans might take issue with that. How could it not be a Dolphins player?
Well, who though?
Malachi Tony?
Well, he's not on the Dolphins.
Yeah. Good point. Malachi Tony?
No. Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Riley Patterson?
I'm gonna stand with Dr. Lascano
Okay.
here. I'm gonna say Leo Messi.
Miss Dr. Lascano. I haven't seen him in a while. I ran into him at Sunset Mall.
Really?
Nobody's at Sunset Mall anymore. What are the odds that both of us were at Sunset Mall together?
Maybe it was someone else, and your eyes are going bad, and you didn't recognize that it wasn't him.
Good thing I ran into him. I gotta call him.
I'm going with Leo Messi.
All right, Leo Messi. Boom.
You don't even have the right elements to play. Aren't you supposed to talk about it, and then I do the next person, or no?
No,
Oh.
that's how the game's played.
Oh, all right.
We
Well,
fade-
Jimmy, are you sure?
Yeah, we fade out. I mean, I could bring the music back up, but we fade that out, and I get to the next topic.
Well, I
As we
have to go
continue to
around the
talk
room,
about
though. I have to go around the room.
Well, I thought that was a pretty unanimous Leo Messi.
Yeah,
Leo
it was.
Messi.
Well, let's check in with Jimmy and see.
Okay.
Jimmy?
I was gonna say him or Barkey.
All right. But Barkey's been out all season.
But he's still the face.
Right.
Regardless. He's been here his whole career.
Yeah, I just don't know, and I don't mean this as a slight to the Panthers. We love the Cats here, but I don't know how many people recognize Sasha Barkov if he's walking through.
Well, that's why I said
Dolphin
Kachuk,
Mall.
because Kachuk
For
had
sure,
national
recognizable.
exposure. Yeah.
Business Insider Hoch listed.
Do you have another one? We have another topic for Talk About It Tuesday.
Yeah, no, that was me launching into the other one. You really forgot to play this game.
You have a time for another one?
I believe we do. This one's quick.
All right.
Business Insider. There was an article released about a year ago, but I haven't gotten to it yet. It listed a dozen stores that were once beloved
Gotcha.
by the consumers,
Uh-huh.
no longer around anymore. And Hoch, I wonder, do you have a store that is no longer around anymore that
Domino's.
you would love to shop at for one day?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Adult video rental on Linton Boulevard was
There's an article in the New Times today about the top remaining adult film stores in Miami-Dade County.
Man, you don't remember that era. I do.
I do not.
If I wanted to get an adult film, I had to go into a video store, but I wouldn't go to the specifically adult one. I would go to just a neighborhood video store. But then you'd have to go in the adult room that had these saloon doors.
They
that
had a
would kinda
back door?
Yeah, like saloon doors. So you would kind of go in, but they were always squeak, so you kind of get in there subtly, but then it was like, and then you had to browse the videos. Like you had to,
With other people in there?
Yeah. Trying not to make eye contact. Yeah.
That's tough.
What a time. Oh, somebody puts on the chat, Peaches. Yeah, I was going to say like Circuit City. I used to love shopping for electronics, but a record store. Peaches or Specs. Oh, did I have, hours inside of record stores. For me, you know how much I love music. Like there was nothing like just flipping through albums and finding stuff because there was no internet.
Yeah.
So you didn't know what was out. You didn't know what, like you would just flip through the albums. Oh, Specs or Peaches.
Yeah, as a hip hop head, I can relate.
Jimmy?
I'm gonna say me and Solana talked about this like during one of the breaks. I'm gonna say Blockbuster.
Yeah. Renting a movie, and then you'd see the title you want, but then there was no video behind it. Someone else had it. You had to go to the front desk. You go, hey, can you check the return bin and see if anybody has brought back Death Trap?
There's something beautiful about going to Blockbuster with the fam on a Friday night.
It was
picking up a Domino's pizza.
It really was just like, it was such an iconic thing to do with a family or with friends. Solana, how about you?
Sharper image. And I think there's
at the mall.
you could probably still find a sharper image somewhere. I don't know if they're strictly online anymore, but going to a sharper image, sitting in that disgusting chair, massage chair that everybody sat in while they waited for their wives or whatever to shop, getting a massage, and then walking out with a kite that would light up and you had no use for it, but you bought it anyways.
Yeah. A phone that showed you all the inside parts because it was made of lucite.
You could buy the thing that massages your head.
Oh, thing was so great with the little metal tentacles.
Yeah, nothing like it. Bring back sharper.
That was a very good or sharker image, if you're a fisherman. That was a very good Talk About It Tuesday.
Brief, but sometimes brief is good.
Oh, I've been saying that to my wife for 27 or 28 years now. All right, 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour is next.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Another day closer to death.
Delays in Miami-Dade, tapping those brakes on I-195 westbound from Alton Road to I-95. Also, out of Broward County, there is a disabled truck causing major backup. This is along 95 Express heading southbound as you approach Sterling Road. Emergency crews are at the scene and tapping those brakes along the Palmetto, headed northbound from the Dauphin Expressway to Northwest 103rd Street. That's traffic. I'm Amelia Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Trying to figure out why Jimmy is playing Rock Lobster. It's a great song. Usually I can figure out why he's playing something. Jimmy, is there a reason?
No reason.
Oh, okay.
Just
It's
a
a
new
good
song.
It is a good song. You know who this is, Solana?
What is this?
Rock Lobster?
Never heard this before.
Stop it.
Swear.
You've never heard Rock Lobster?
I've never heard this song before.
Oh, my God.
Not a bit. Never heard this before.
You probably heard it on like Family Guy.
No.
They do reference it in one of the episodes.
Oh, just one of
Yeah.
their 7,000?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard this for real.
Really? Never heard Rock Lobster.
Never. I've never heard this like bass line. I've never heard any of this.
Wow. It's the B-52s.
I know the B-52s.
You do?
Yeah.
But you don't know Rock Lobster?
No, I don't.
Impossible.
No, they've got other. I'll tell you right now what song I know.
Rome.
Rome.
If
Love
you want
Shack.
to. Yeah, Love Shack.
It's a little young place where
5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour, and it's brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery. Would you like to know the upcoming calendar? Tonight's Tuesday, poker night. Poker? I barely know her.
Hey.
Anyway, poker night at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park tonight. Tournaments, they had one at 4, but they have them remaining at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. They're free. Tomorrow, Magic the Gathering, 6:30. Thursday, poker night. I believe Thursday night at Funky Buddha is also half-price wings. Friday and Saturday, live music. Sunday, bottomless brunch at 11 a.m. And at 12 noon, open-minded speed dating. Why are you laughing?
Just sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like something I'd love to do.
So I think when I went there with Zach Gelb after the show, and we went on a Monday night, Dan Day was there doing trivia. Ryan had told me, we've got like a speed dating thing that night. I think this is the same one. So your friends like try to set you up with other speed daters or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm going to send you, Jimmy. You game?
I'm down.
All right. Let's do that with Jimmy.
That would be fun.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a speed dating thing?
Never.
No. You on any apps?
A few.
Yeah. OnlyFans. All right, let's get headlines for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour. Brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com.
Man, do I miss apps. I'm happily engaged and I wouldn't trade it for the world, but I miss just swiping.
I miss that era, obviously. It didn't exist, but man, it just seems like it was easy pickings, like a buffet.
Oh, man. It was and I didn't even want to meet up with anybody. I just wanted to match. Like matching was almost better than meeting up with the person and sealing the deal.
Yeah.
Just matching was the highlight of it all.
All right. Yeah, no apps for me.
You'll match one day, Jimmy. Hoch, there's a bit of controversy right now regarding McDonald's. Have you seen this?
No.
So apparently today, in anticipation for Valentine's Day, McDonald's was revealing McNugget caviar.
Caviar, yeah, a little side of caviar.
Right, but they're only going to release, I don't know, like 750 of these McNugget caviars, and you had to log on today. I believe it was at noon. I don't know the exact time.
Okay.
The site crashed in 8 seconds.
Makes sense.
They were all gone in 8 seconds.
Right,
So
makes
people
sense.
are outraged that
That's
clearly
like when we do a giveaway and people can't get through on the phone and they're outraged at us. And it's like, well, there can only be one winner and everybody's calling at the same time.
McNugget caviar happens to be a phenomenal promotion.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sure. You're telling me they're only like you get it today? I don't understand how it
No,
works.
I think you get it before Valentine's Day. That was the idea.
But in other words, they're sending you McNuggets?
No, they're sending you the caviar for the McNuggets. It comes in a little jar, and it's the caviar that then you would put on the McNuggets.
Okay. Well, why not? If you lost out on this, why not just go out and buy some caviar?
Because it's not McDonald's caviar, Hoch.
Oh, I see. It's McDonald branded caviar.
Look at how it looks. McNugget caviar.
Oh, okay. All right. So now I know why people wanted it, because that's a collector's
right.
item.
It's a collector's
I got you.
item. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, your sports headlines. The Miami Heat did lose to the Utah Jazz yesterday. The Jazz trying to lose, and they couldn't lose to the Heat. The Heat were more committed to losing last night.
Yep.
Despite trying to win.
Yep.
As
The
bizarre
Heat
as that
hate
sounds.
tanking, and so they would not allow Utah to tank.
Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Yusuf Nurkic did not play in the fourth quarter, and it did not matter. The Miami Heat still lost the game.
Truly amazing.
Kel'el Ware fouled out with 2 fouls. He picked up his 5th and 6th foul in a span of about 8 seconds, and Eric Spoelstra wouldn't look at him as he walked to the bench. He was not happy, as you would imagine, with somebody picking up their 5th and 6th fouls in a span of 8 seconds. And that was the start of a very frustrating fourth quarter where the Miami Heat were outscored by the likes of Vince Williams Jr. and Kyle Filipowski.
It's truly amazing. What the Heat did last night is truly amazing.
I've got to eat a lot of Crow Hawk because I've maintained to you and Crowder. I mean, just yesterday, thank God Crowder wasn't on the show today. I laughed at Crowder when he suggested the line would be 2.5.
You couldn't believe it was only Heat -7.
I thought it would be Heat double digits,
Yeah.
Heat -12, Heat -14. By the way, they had a 15-point lead in the first quarter. It doesn't matter with the Heat. They're going to squander a double-digit lead like nobody's business. But they lost in the fourth quarter, and it was bad. Yesterday, I haven't seen that much frustration on social media from Heat fans in a long time.
That is an epic loss. It really is. That is a epic loss. The Utah Jazz are trying to lose games. They're not making it a secret. They are trying to lose games, and they did everything within their power other than just forfeit last night, yet the Heat could not come out with the win.
I found odds for the NBA Slam Dunk Contest. Carter Bryant is the favorite
CB.
at plus 180.
Yeah.
Carter Bryant.
CB.
He is the favorite. Keshad Johnson is third on this list. Jackson Hayes plus 200 from the Lakers. Keshad Johnson from the Miami Heat plus 325. Jace Richardson, he's a rookie, plus 425.
All right.
Will you be betting the house on Keshad Johnson?
Yeah, I'm having a tough time watching the slam dunk competition. It used to be my favorite.
Really?
But,
even though there's a member of the Heat on it?
Yeah, it just doesn't deliver like it used to.
KJ's nickname is Showtime. I'm just throwing it out there. Don't be surprised if he wins it.
I hope he does.
Oh, don't be surprised.
I won't be.
Okay. You can jump out the building. The Miami Hurricanes men's basketball team, they're in action tonight. They host UNC. It's a big game. UNC's ranked. It'll be a 7 p.m. tip-off from the Watsco Center. It is an orange out.
Orange out.
At the Watsco Center.
Wear
tonight.
orange. You want to know what the final score for U.S. women's Olympic hockey? They played Canada. I don't know if I should give away the score or not because some people like to watch it at night.
Yeah, I know they do the reruns, but are they going to air in primetime U.S. women's
U.S.
hockey?
Canada women's hockey? I think that's kind of a marquee event.
Okay. I did see that the U.S. took an early lead in the game. I don't know who ended up winning.
I don't know if I should tell or not. I won't tell. Watch it tonight or check your.
Do you think somebody's going to be spoiled? Like they're going to be upset you spoiled?
Yeah. I'm not. I'm
a round robin
yes,
game.
I'm not going to do it
in the group stage.
Yes, I'm not giving the score.
Okay. You have Great Britain and Italy in the bronze medal final of curling. Coming up later.
All right.
Sweden versus USA in a gold medal final of curling.
Okay.
I'll watch a little bit of the Olympics.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I hope you do.
Men's hockey doesn't start until next week, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Is it next week or this weekend? I know the U.S. plays Latvia in the first game.
It begins...
I think that might be tomorrow, actually. Or no, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, I think.
Is it Thursday? I thought it was next week.
I think it's U.S.-Latvia Thursday.
February 11th is
That's
when
Thursday.
the competition begins.
Yeah. Well, February 11th is tomorrow, but
Tomorrow.
U.S. plays Thursday.
Yeah. They're in the U.S. is in Group C. Yeah, you're right. Denmark, Germany, Latvia, and USA.
All right.
Panthers well represented, by the way, in the Olympics. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh no, the 12th, Thursday at 3:10 p.m.
Yeah, during our
Eastern
show.
time.
Yeah.
Can we bet on the Olympics?
Sure. You can bet on anything you want.
Can we bet on like curling?
You can bet on anything.
You piqued my interest now.
Mm.
Tomorrow, the Miami Heat, they're going to play the New Orleans Pelicans. That'll be an 8 p.m. start time. That's the final game before the All-Star break. No Norman Powell, no Pella Larson out for Miami. Andrew Wiggins is questionable with a toe injury. I don't expect Tyler Hero will be available tomorrow either.
Here's some NBA news. LeBron has been ruled out tonight against the Spurs. He is now ineligible for any end-of-season awards. His 21-season streak comes to an end.
I saw he kind of dissed his team yesterday. They played against OKC, and LeBron's takeaway was they're a title contender. We're not.
Yeah. He said they're a championship team. We're not.
Yeah.
Which is not untrue.
There's this report. There's an NBA reporter, Brett Siegel, for ClutchPoints.com. There was a bit of controversy, not controversy, but he was very adamant that the Heat were not in the race for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then he ran his victory lap. But he reported something along the lines of Bam going to Golden State is something to monitor. And there was a lot of chat over the past couple of days. Would Bam Adebayo ask out of the Miami Heat based on frustration? I don't believe he would, Hoch, but I don't know. I mean, you view things a little bit differently. You think at some point he would get frustrated and say, I want out of here?
If you think that Giannis is frustrated in Milwaukee and has won a championship,
right?
Why would you not think that Bam would be frustrated here?
Yeah, that's a fair point. But would that lead him to ask out? There's a difference between.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he found his home here. They've paid him. They've never hesitated to pay him.
It's the same thing with Giannis, and they've paid him more, and he has a championship.
I just think the implications with Giannis are a little bit different. Giannis has the opportunity to enter an echelon of player, that very few in the history of the league were ever capable of scratching. And he has that capability. If he wins 2 or 3 titles, he might go down as a top 5 player, top 10 player of all time.
Bam wants to be an NBA champion?
Oh, for sure.
So why wouldn't he ask out?
Yeah, I get it. The Pelicans tomorrow, no Zion Williamson on their injury report.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying no Zion.
He's not on the injury report.
All right.
So
good news. Wow. Did they get into town tonight, though?
The Heat?
No, the Pelicans.
They played at home yesterday.
Oh, okay. I got you. And that's in New Orleans?
The game's in New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, game's in New Orleans.
I was going to say, he might not be on the injury report, but then if they get into Miami tonight, never know. Throw your back out.
Your weather in South Florida right now. By the way, Tyler Hero remains out for the Heat. Your weather in South Florida, it is partly cloudy, 75 degrees still in Miami. Tonight, the lows, they're going to drop into the low 60s. That is your weather.
Josh Appel will join us next in Miami. We go to the beach for a little solcito, and we dance the day away with a little salsita. In fact, Solana, dance a little salsita right now for us. Yeah, would you?
A little salsita.
That's what we do. We dance the day away. Jimmy, give us a little salsita, would you? Look at that.
I took salsa classes.
Jimmy's got the moves
I'll throw it
there.
down, bro.
And when we want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Durrell Hyundai. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all your favorite new Hyundai models like a Tucson, Elantra, Santa Fe, Ioniq, Palisade, and more, all with owner assurance, America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai complimentary maintenance. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Hyundai with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money, because you always pay less with your Pricito at Durrell Hyundai. Visit them at Durrell Hyundai or DurrellHyundai.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Another day closer to death.
WQAM.